If you're looking to get your medical marijuana recommendation, or you want to switch doctors because your doctor is sketchy in a sketchy part of town or has a sketchy building, or you're like,
Maybe you just want a great doctor. Well, Dr. Shen Latte and Bud Docs is who you need to go to. Just check them out at buddocs.org, and same-day appointments, and you can get an email, and you can have your medical marijuana recommendation same day.
Yep, multiple locations, and you only have to see Dr. Shen Latte one time in person, and then the rest is telemedicine. So, me and Daniel and a lot of people we know, my mom is patients of Dr. Shen Latte, and then every time our medical recommendation is about to expire, get an email and then do a quick telemedicine, bingo bongo.
Yeah, and if you don't know what that is, it's just a quick Zoom call. It's risk-free. If you don't qualify, you don't pay. Like I said, same-day appointments. Like Tom said, you will. And Dr. Shen Latte is great. He has this thing called Bud Deals where he will actually curate all of the deals within the area that you're purchasing your medical marijuana, and then you'll save a ton of money, and sometimes up to like 60% off.
Yeah, new patients, $175, existing patients, $125, transfer patients, $99. So it's not that expensive. Get your card, buddocs.org.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
You know what time it is, dude. It's another edition of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. This is the first time this ever happened.
No,
where
never happened.
Comedians stuck around for at least the beginning of the Friday free show.
I love it.
Comedian actor TJ Miller's still here. We did an hour and a half.
Used to leave, right?
I like that.
So
it's gonna be Tom and Dan. And, hey, why won't TJ leave?
No.
A mediocre time. Mediocre time with Tom, Dan, and. Is TJ gonna quit drinking our liquor?
You're allowed. Have whatever you like in there. Make yourself at home. We just appreciate the conversation, man. We've been having a good time talking with you. He knew that the intro that I created, maybe 5-6 years ago, was my kind of tip of the hat to Tribe. And a Tribe Called Quest. And
I love that you love that, but yeah. Midnight Marauders. I mean,
I'll be
I was
talking
telling
about that
them
all week.
I went to a school that was mostly black and Latino, so it's kind of ghetto is what we would call it back then. And I was in like a clique, the Berber clique, with like 3 other black guys, and my high school sweetheart was in like kind of a Hispanic clique, and so she was like a little gangster.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. And,
like a chunga?
She was a white chick.
My wife's a chunga, too.
His wife is a former chunga.
I grew up in Miami, so...
oh, my God, then there you go.
Yeah, she had the big earrings, and then she drawing her eyebrows, right? She talked about drawing her eyebrows.
Yeah, Kate did that. She didn't really do the... Yeah, her name was Kate also. My wife's name is Kate. High school.
You got a Kate thing.
I got a Kate thing. I think it's because of the hard consonants.
Yeah.
Kate. I think it makes girls harder. I'm serious. That's that's my recent theory. But yeah, so our high school sweetheart song, our song was Electric Relaxation, which is a pretty smooth hip hop. It's not hard because at my school, you either needed to decide. I grew up in Denver, inside the city, and you either needed to decide you were West Coast or East Coast hip hop. So I was Notorious B.I.G. She loved Tupac Shakur.
Okay.
We would have fights about it. That was what our school was like. But yeah, so we were all about Tribe, dude. It was Tribe and then the Beastie Boys.
Yeah,
so deep into the Beastie Boys.
We very much love the Beastie Boys. I'm 48, so it would have been Tribe, Pharcyde, Beastie Boys.
Far Side is sick.
What else would have been? Your wife and I have talked about this before too. And then I kind of you would get the inklings of gangster rap for me. So like I had a lot of like NWA, and then that led me to Ice Cube
and Wu-Tang.
You were a Wu-Tang kid.
Wu-Tang was really, I would say actually in high school, Wu-Tang would have been, I would have gone to them before Far Side, but I loved Far Side. I think Fat Lip, and I love that fucking video. I think it's Spike Jones where they do everything in reverse.
Yes.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
but I was just about that. Like I was in 8th grade or whatever, 9th grade, I was listening to Nirvana and shit. Yeah, and then I got to East High School, and it was like, you're not going to be listening to that anymore. We really was the vibe. Like nobody, they were like, we don't listen to that shit here. It's all fucking hip hop. That was the deal. It was like a gangster school. So it was like Latino hip hop and then just other hip hop. And I just never listened to Nirvana again. I'm not joking. When I got to college by that time, I was just such a hip hop head. So
I'm from DeLand, Florida, which is about 31 miles that direction. And before it was cool, where right now it's top of the charts, it was everyone listened to rap and country. That's it. Yeah. There was no rock and roll. It's not. I listened to punk rock, but I was a weirdo. But everybody at the school listened to rap, and then the same guy that like Gun Rack, Ray's Truck, Big Wheels, Super Swampers, the whole nine would be listening to country or rap. That's it.
Yeah. There was
only like rapper yelling the N-word, and then like country artists that almost seemed racist mixed together. Yeah, it was weird.
Talking about the N-word.
Yeah, it was very odd though that those things have always worked together, country and rap. You look at the top of the charts right now, country and rap are the top. Look at country music, the beats that they're using, it's rap. Look at rap, the people that are singing, it's
so
country.
Weird.
It's always worked. It's worked in the 90s.
Riff Raff was
oh, you know Riff Raff?
I'm a fan of his for sure. I've never met him. No, I never met him. But he has a song called, he had all this hip hop, and then he has a song called I'm Not Gonna Give Up My Truck.
Yeah.
And it's just straight country, and Beyonce kind of did that. And I was like, what a weird world that we live in where that became. And I never listened to country because you would not listen to that in where I went to school, any of my schools.
That's his persona, Dale D'Antoni, right?
Yeah, Dale D'Antoni.
He has the mullet.
Thing. Yeah. He's doing that now. Wow, crazy. But yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah. Well, we forgot to cover some business, right?
Well, yeah, let's
do something good.
And we did an hour and a half with TJ Miller. You could listen to it on our feed, obviously. But TJ was like, "Oh, I never got to talk about my charity."
I forgot because we were having such a good time.
Yeah.
And so my friend Pat Bryce, an incredible comedian. Just like one of the best. We came up in Chicago, and he came up in the scene with like just the best comedians like CJ Sullivan, Pat Bryce, Ricky Carmona, Mike Bridenstine, like Kumail Nanjiani, who's on Silicon Valley, Pete Holmes, Matt Bronger, Kyle Kinane. The list like goes on.
Kyle's here a lot. He's in Orlando a lot.
He's great.
We like that guy.
He is you just like him because you guys look similar. But no, but he's, and the list really is too long to go through. Hannibal Buress was there, Mike Holmes. Like, wow. It was just this incredible group of stand-up comics. Josh Cheney, Nick Vatterott, who writes for Bill Maher now. David Angelo was there for like a hot second. Nick Vatterott's a fucking genius too. But Pat Bryce was this guy that all of us, Sean Flannery, I'm going to keep like this, keep going to mine. Pat Bryce was this guy who had a radio show with Sean Flannery and CJ Sullivan, and Nate Craig is another great comic that went on there. And Pat was just such a good improviser, so smart, such a good writer, and he died. He died right when he and CJ Sullivan were going to move to New York City. He died right as I was getting him voiceover representation because he had a great voice too, and all three of us know how important that can be. And he just was set to blow up, and he just tragically died. And it was like, it rocked the Chicago stand-up community.
Was this a person that got hit by a car or something?
No. That's a Los Angeles guy.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know.
No, different thing, but also equally tragic because he was brilliant too. He was best friends with Josh Adam Myers.
And this guy never got to see he's working on it, ready to go. And
everybody around him knew how good he was. Well, Pat Bryce is like that for us. It was like that times 10 in the sense that we just knew what a star he was. We absolutely, I don't know, just like adored him. And I think your wife just walked in with some Coors Light.
Yeah!
Just like you were talking about.
That's my tall wife. You ever see my tall wife?
Tall wife.
That's my tall wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on this terrible detail.
That's my tall wife. Yeah! Look at this. Delivered to me in front of a famous person. My God.
And during a foundation
See, you
plug.
get to fly first class.
Yeah.
I get a Coors Light delivered to me
From a
by
cool
a tall
wife.
woman.
Tall, cool
Oh,
wife.
my God.
Trying to bully me.
I did try to bully you. Thank you, baby. That he'll
What a
be
sweet
so
lady.
mad at me later, and he's gonna fuck with me all day because I had my tall wife bring me a Coors Light because it makes
She's
me
working
look.
right
it
now.
makes me look like I have my
Punk
house
rock.
in order. Yeah, it's very cool, but it's okay. Anyway,
It's punk rock.
charity. Yes.
So that's so funny. So he died tragically. We all knew what a star he was. We all knew where he was headed. And he was such a good dude also. He's such a solid guy. He was there for everybody. He was super, super funny, super smart. He was a day trader during the day, and he kind of kept that from everybody. Because I think he was making like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and this was in the early 2000s. Well, we have no idea because he was also never like flashy with money or anything like that.
Yeah.
He was always in club shirts and weird pants. I will say that about him. But his hair always looked good. You guys had similar hair.
All right.
And
He has great hair.
he was just the guy. And he died. He was at a wedding, and it was just, again, rocked the Chicago community. So recently they started a foundation for him called A Billion Pennies.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
And here's the hat. And abillionpennies.org, abillionpennies.org is incredible. They're going to have a scholarship for the University of Dayton in his name.
All right.
And that's really amazing because he was smart. He went to school in Dayton. Dayton is kind of a depressed community financially. So it's an amazing way to give a kid a chance and in his name. And I just think it's so cool because he would have loved that it was that's what came out of his passing.
Sure. Yeah.
And the billion pennies is a reference to a joke. He has two jokes that I love. One of them is this, where he was at a job interview. Both jokes are, he was in a job interview, and at the end of the interviewer was like, I like everything that you said. I appreciate it. Kind of did that thing. And then he's like, one last question. How many pennies do you think could fit in this room? And he was like, what? And the guy's like, if you had to guess, how many pennies would you guess would be in this room? He's like, I don't know, 1 billion? Like, what are you talking about? So he walked right out on that one. And then the other one I love is he was talking to somebody about his drinking. He was a big drinker, and all of us were fucking Chicago. And this guy was talking to me, and he was like, how many Miller High Lifes do you think you drink in, I don't know, let's say a month? And he's like, I don't know. And then he gave an answer. He's like, you know how many that is a year? And he's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, you do the math. And he's like, what if I told you that if you saved the money and didn't drink Miller High Life for 10 years, you could own a Ferrari? And Pat Price goes, I would say, where's your Ferrari? And so he kind of had this like sensibility that was sort of tough guy, but not at all. Like, guys who would like immediately start fighting someone if you needed them to.
Yeah.
It would just, if somebody started fucking with you and fists like started, he would be right there. He'd throw the first punch in your defense.
Yeah.
But he would never hurt anybody. He was good to women. He was just like a good fucking guy.
Yeah.
And so I feel that he would be like, damn, not only is that great, and then a scholarship in my name, that's fucking great. Also, I can't believe how funny it is. It's called A Billion Pennies. So it's perfect. So you can go to abillionpennies.org, buy swag, you can donate.
Cool.
You can donate 100 pennies. You can donate 1,000 pennies. None of us know how much a billion pennies is.
There's no way of knowing.
No one will ever know.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for letting me come back on and kind of plug this because it means a lot to me because he
Always,
was
man.
a really, really good friend and a really great guy and a really good friend to everybody. So everybody in the Chicago scene, his family, all of his family's friends, friends. This dude was like, he was from the south side of Chicago, but like White Sox area.
Yeah.
So he was he was in that area. He had hundreds and hundreds of people lined up to come to pay their respects
Just
when he had
beloved.
an open casket
Yeah.
funeral. Yeah, beloved. And his parents were beloved. And so I'm with that. Thank you guys. And you know what? I also wanted to do this because you guys kind of are like that. Like you have a vibe that's similar to his that I think that's why you're so successful on radio and podcasting
thanks, man.
you're just good guys who would probably hit somebody. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, TJ. I appreciate it,
Good
man.
seeing you, man. Thanks
the
again.
Orlando Funny Bone.
Yeah. Very good. Good seeing you.
Dude, you gotta call your Uber. Yeah. If you want to sit there and wait until
you're
your
more
Uber
than
comes, you
welcome
can
to
hang out.
wait.
We're
Yeah,
just gonna
hang
talk
out.
shit on the
Would
show.
you want to just talk shit until your Uber's here, and then you can just run out the door?
Fuck it. Here we go.
Yeah, all right, here we go. I don't not to put you to work, but
I love it.
do we want to play the new Kanye song? Do we want to play it? I got it.
TJ, have you heard about Daniel?
Have
told
you
me
heard
about,
it? Do you want to play it for TJ?
okay.
It's gonna blow his glasses off.
TJ, what's your because I look at Kanye.
What's my Kanye West take?
Yeah. What?
He's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think he is.
And of course, I
legitimate.
agree with him about the Jews thing.
That's what the song is. I can't even play it now. Now I
No,
can't play
really?
the song. Yeah, it's so bad.
So
we gotta hear it.
Do you want to hear it? It's so
Now I
bad.
gotta, because I do want to say this. I mean, obviously, I'm joking. Sort of,
Yes,
but
this is a joke.
I think I just think he's so crazy, and for me, I don't love his music. I think his fucking sneakers are trash.
Yeah.
Dude, I wear Balenciaga. I'm a fucking sneakerhead for sure. I mean, these are amazing.
I was
New
peeping those. I
Balances.
didn't want to say anything.
They're
about
amazing.
those.
My wife bought them. She's like, they're so comfortable. I
Are
was like,
those the handmade ones
none of
that are
them
made the way they
cool.
used to be made?
Yeah, and also the orange suede, they feel like track shoes. But like, I'm a sneaker. I don't wear any Nike. I own 2 pairs of Nike. I never wear them. I'm mostly a Balenciaga guy, but like my wife bought me Sauconys, and I had to be like, okay, I'll wear it. But she got me the Cookie Monster edition, so I was like, all right, those are cool.
That is cool.
And his sneakers are trash. They look ugly. Everything about them, the ones that look off white with the numbers on the side, which
Yes.
is also a ripoff, is like.
The ones that like a sock and then they're off white, the number on the side.
Yeah,
and then It's got
exactly.
like the marshmallow kind of thing on the bottom.
Yeah, it's sort of, and it's just, they're just trash. And so nothing that he does, I don't love anything he does.
Yeah.
So
You're not going to like this song. I can tell you
ironically,
that.
I don't love anything he does, but I hate everything that he does. Like, I don't love everything he does. I always say this. I don't love everything he does, so I kind of hate everything he does.
Yeah.
And I don't love anything he does. I kind of hate everything he does. So when people are like, dude, I love it. I just got those new Yeezys. I'm like, I kind of don't like you.
Yeah.
That's sort of the vibe.
If I play this song, are you not going to like me? Do you want to hear it?
No, you're awesome.
Okay.
You know what?
This is.
This?
I'm gonna tell you something. This is the only way I'll ever hear this
It's
song.
been scraped from Spotify. It's been
Really?
scraped from Apple Music. I had to dark web this shit to find it.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
It's a shock jock.
It's a
thing.
shock jock.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But so
I almost don't want to play it now. I almost just want
Is
to
it-
leave it there and just like not giving him the.
TJ, is it okay? Because when we're going to play it, and I haven't heard
We're
it,
not
but just-
kidnapping TJ Miller, by the way.
But just
either.
by the name of what Daniel told me it was called, I mean, it is. TJ, you think he's doing it just for art purposes at this point? Like, what insane
I don't think you can
thing-
say it is art now.
what's art though? That's subjective, right? It's like if he's doing.
Well,
some
it always
insane...
has been until this.
Well, it could be. Here's the thing. He's probably hiding behind the idea of a provocateur.
Yes,
But Harmony Korine is a provocateur. Like, as far as a musician goes, I mean, I don't know who comes to mind right away. But like Marilyn Manson is a provocateur.
yeah.
I don't know that he is that. I think he just wants. He's like Trump or like Tony Hinchcliffe. These are people that like they need to get clicks. They got to figure out a way to.
That's their thing.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
All right, do you want to play it?
Marketing.
All right,
Okay.
okay. Here's a little bit of it. Here we go. I want to make sure I got this turned on. We don't condone this in any way.
This has not.
This is
I
rough.
get apparently has
Ooh.
Nazi
Yeah,
stuff.
It's
so
real
this-
Nazi. So
yeah,
here we
yeah,
go. We do
like-
not condone this. Here we
Yeah,
go.
this is not okay with me at all.
Yeah, this is not okay. Okay, hold on. He talks about his kids in the begining, which is what makes. We'll say that
I just like that it's clear he was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what rhymes with Twitter? Hitler! I found it! Thank you, Adolf!
It's
wow,
so-
that is out there.
It
dude.
is out there, right?
It's very shocking. I mean, what is like?
It's terrible, but
the
now
other-
here's the sad part that I said to my wife, and and this is where you get canceled. People get mad at you. Take out all the words. The talent of making good hip hop beats or making it so it builds to a point and then it drops or whatever. We were just talking hip hop. It's still something is still there.
Yeah.
He knows how
do
to
you say the music is good, the lyrics are terrifying.
I don't think the music is even good, but it's like I know you still know how to do this stuff. What you're saying is trash.
Yeah, I don't like the song. I also think he's auto-tuned in a way that's like really fucking weird. And then
It's mental illness.
yeah, I got a couple. It is mental illness. I'm gonna build to the joke, but it's like the music's not that good. It's clear he's trying to. I mean, to say that all of his people are Nazis is really, really strange. And then no one's told. This is what terrifies me the most. No one's told him that they changed the name to X.
That's a great joke. I want to hug you. That was great. That's
so
fantastic. Didn't even think of that. That's good.
That's what's so terrifying.
You should go to the Funny Bone
I'm
tonight
going to.
and do comedy
I gotta
and
get
say
there.
those things.
I'll be there. Just saying.
I could see you being a comic.
Why?
That's such a funny joke.
But that is really, that's as kind of far as you can go, I think. Does he talk about Jewish people?
Not
in it?
really. There's no any. He doesn't root it
Is
in
it just
history.
that the core
It's just
is
it's the big names, right? Like it's Nazi, it's we're all Nazis, it's or I don't like Jews. He'll frame it like that, but he never goes into like any real reasons.
Does he ever say like
why.
we should kill Jews or something?
I don't believe so. No, I don't think he says anything violent. I think it's
He probably
more-
didn't, because I think you would remember.
You're right.
I don't think he says kill Jews. I like that. I don't recall, but I guess I got to give it a second listen.
Google that, please.
No, but
AI.
it's very much it's weird. It's like complete as a guy that did like his music, and when he was, I guess, normal. But I don't think this kind of thing just comes on like a cold. I think it's probably been in there a minute.
It's really he's he says a lot of stuff. He did that. I'll go DEFCON 5 on the Jews or something like that.
That was the first. That was the start of it.
He lost the Adidas thing. Of course, they gave him that back. You know why? Because Jewish people like money.
He's killing it. That's
You
three.
know who else likes money? Everyone.
Businesses do.
That's a Nick Kroll joke.
Big companies do.
That's a Nick Kroll joke where he goes, you know who likes fried chicken is black people. You know who also likes fried chicken? Everyone. It's fucking delicious.
It is fucking delicious.
But it is a weird thing for him to take that route, and it does feel like he's like, I'll really get people's attention with this. But it also feels like with the history of what he's got going on, he hates Jewish people.
So here's what I
And
said
probably
to my
bought
wife.
the hype because
I'll ask you this because you're here, and this is weird, but you just met my wife briefly as she was delivering me a beer. This is what I told her at dinner last night, and this is a weird thing to say to her. So I was grabbing that off of a website I had no business being on, on my laptop and sending it to Dropbox so we could play it here. And she's listening to it, and she's like, please turn that off. It's terrible, right? So we're having a really regular...
and you're like, not as bad as the child pornography I didn't download on the dark web. Give me some credit here, baby.
I look at her and I go, in a weird way, I kind of hope he kills himself.
Whoa.
And she's like, whoa. She had the same reaction. And I'm like, none of what he's doing is good for him, his children, or anything, right? He's tearing it all down, and it's really bad. So in a weird way, and I don't mean violently do it. I mean, I just wish he'd go to some hotel room and just take a bunch of pills and just cease doing what he's doing right now. Because I don't think this is helping him, his family, anybody. And I think he's
you
beyond
lost me on that
fit.
one because I don't wish death upon you.
I wish death on a lot of it. A lot of it.
But what if at the end he was like, "This is just some bizarre
Performance art.
performance
I
art"?
can see that.
And then everyone's like, "Well, it was bizarre." Like,
But isn't that so? That's just such a.
It
We
is
know that's
easy.
not the case.
but how do you
Right?
know?
Well, we don't.
You know what I
Joaquin
mean?
Phoenix.
Yeah, you could claim
kinda.
anything.
But the Joaquin Phoenix thing wasn't funny either.
No,
That's another weird thing.
These are all sad.
But art
things,
doesn't have
right?
to be funny, I guess.
No.
And then you're like, this is
because you really could, if you want to get into it, say he's doing like a strange version of Andy Kaufman. Because when Andy Kaufman was wrestling women and saying women are trash, all that stuff, that was during a time when women were really, really upset about how they were being treated, and they were so much about equality. And he was like, no woman can ever, all that kind of stuff. And so, he might be the Andy Kaufman of this era, and we might look back and it'll be clear that he was whatever. But it's very strange. And I think Heil Hitler is like, and to say all of it's bizarre.
Well,
I'm not sure I see the art in it, but I don't see the art in
and what's
everything.
weird is like watching him mix it, like, because I've been like not captivated by the story, but I'm like, we were going to talk about it, so I went in. He's been doing live streams on Twitch, no different than what we're doing, and then he has a whole group of like, I'm guessing young interns and people working for him. So you see a room of like what appears to be, from me as a 48-year-old man and a fan of hip hop and stuff, I look at it, looks, you see the studio, and there's nothing but like 10 to 12 young black men mixing a song, and you can hear it, and it's all Heil Hitler. And that is just, that's a weird, fucked up thing to, I don't know, it's just weird. It's weird, like you just said. It's weird. It's like you're looking at a group.
He's in a position to spread anti-Semitism at a Hitler-like level.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Well,
he's.
You know what's weird?
But
Jewish
it's
people
normalized.
are not.
It's normalized.
And
right?
Jewish people are not a difficult target. That's why Hitler went off him. I'm doing a joke right now called doing a joke right now about how I've read Mein Kampf, because I have, and no one else has. And the reason I read it is because I think you learn from history so that it doesn't repeat itself. And the joke is, of course, finds its way to like, have any of you read Mein Kampf? Because really there's only one chapter that's devoted to anti-Semitism. The other is failed German military techniques and the effective use and implementation of propaganda. I said it's interesting because there's only two people I know for sure that read Mein Kampf. It's me and Donald Trump. And it's true. He said, he's been documented saying he has Hitler's speeches on his bedside table, and he studied them. And so, and if you know Mein Kampf, which neither of you do, you'll never read it.
Yeah.
I watch stuff that he does, and I'm like, that's from the fucking playbook. Weird. But nobody knows it.
Yeah.
And I can't talk to you about it, because you can imagine if I would have somebody, hey, listen, I've read Mein Kampf. I want to tell you.
right.
Really, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Nobody's read it. Nobody could see it. Nobody understands it. I'm not saying everybody in America should read Mein Kampf or something. I just think that's really, really interesting. And Jewish people are a really good target because they often are in positions of power. They're excellent storytellers. So because that's throughout their culture and history, all of their they tell stories in all of their holidays. So it's a rich tradition of storytelling. That's why there are a lot of Jewish people in Hollywood, journalism, all these sorts of things. And there's little things that you can sort of pick apart that are easy to rally people around and behind. And Trump is trying to do that with Mexicans and immigrants. But it's not working as well as I think he hoped it would. But he still has so much power. And Kanye West might be like, well, let's just go back to the Jewish people, the Jewish population. So that's why when I listen to that, it's fucking scary, because I know the history of it.
Yeah.
The whole thing is completely.
And on that note,
and he's out of here. History lesson.
I love Jewish people. I'm married to a Jewish woman.
We'll take a break. It's perfect. Yeah.
Well, I was also thinking of like Marilyn Manson.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
DJ.
I am a baby Jew, though. My mother might be Jewish. She was adopted. Well,
Take
she's
it easy,
not
man.
anymore.
I know.
he's doing jokes out the door. I love it. Thanks for coming in, man.
TJ was talking about like Marilyn Manson, about like artists doing things to sensationalize, shock people, whatever.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, remember when Marilyn Manson was standing at the podium with the red flag?
Oh, it was Nazis. Yeah,
like
100%.
Like Nazi symbolism and using it. I remember it was a big deal. Like
100%.
It's like a trigger to trigger. Obviously because of some of the war. Fucking Holocaust is insane. Like how horrible that is in humanity. And then it's like, so it's a way to trigger trigger some symbolism trigger.
It's like you're able
I mean,
to-
shit, Marilyn Manson was doing it in the 90s.
Well, you're able to pull up a response. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but even when we were on the morning show and we had flags that we used on the stage.
Yeah, because like Marilyn
And
Manson.
those flags were modeled after Marilyn Manson's flags because they were flags that looked slightly...
The symbolic nature of it. I was like,
oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Use the bathroom. Use the bathroom.
So
We have no cameras in there. But yeah, it's one of those things where like I don't know if I've ever told that story, but yeah, those things were modeled after like Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson obviously modeling it off of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
So maybe you look at that like any publicity is good publicity at the time, and then maybe you look back at it now and you're like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. But all like, I guess you could say, hey, this is art. This I use all this trigger, even though it's like horrible in some people's minds. But how can you define? Where's the line?
I'll be honest about it too. It's like Andrea asked me. She's like, "Are you sure you want to play that?" And here's why I think I do. Because I don't think people think how bad it is. I think that because you can't really hear it,
they think it's worse than it actually is.
No, they don't think it's bad. They're just like, oh, it's fine. He's doing a little shirt, or he's like, or he's doing a song here. Like, whatever. No, it's real bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah.
I think most people are like, oh yeah, yay, Kanye. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, not a big deal. There's no way that he would do a song like that. Yes, there is.
Although,
yes, there is. It's real bad.
We did talk about them trying to scrape it from existence. Almost, it's gives. It
oh my god! Stop! Get out of here! What are you doing? Oh my god! I can't even say what he was doing.
All these things that TJ comes in where you just cut and put out on the internet, and then TJ's like, "Oh fuck, those motherfuckers! They did it again."
I won't say what gesture he was making to wave goodbye, but let's just say maybe he owns an electric car company.
It's funny. I see.
Today is a weird day. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Today's a weird day.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Well, normally, and then Seth's coming in probably in about 10 minutes or so. But Seth told us last minute that he was like, "Oh, I have to come in one segment late because I'm still trying to sell my house." And then TJ stayed for long. Like, we thought he was tired, or he was like, "Oh, we'll have him for 15
I thought he had a
minutes.
driver." I've been talking to Alan all morning. There's no Alan. It's him. Apparently he uses the alias Alan and then texts me from his own personal phone number.
So every once in a while, I meet people like TJ, and they're super interesting to me, and I can't, and because
I want to keep talking to him.
I'm trying to figure him out. Like I'm like, where?
He was trying to figure us out. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
He was really trying to, for a hot second, he was really trying to figure me out. I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that. I'm joking.
Jay Moore was kind of like that, where you could tell they're super smart people.
Elevated intelligence levels. Yeah, these people annoy me.
But the people like, and Jay Moore was like this because he's super in tune to people's emotions too, and then like he read the room at all times fast, right? Like I could see him constantly reading the room. Some people just talk. I'm like this.
I read the room. I'm a room reader.
Yeah, and I
read the room rapid fire fast.
And I can too, to a certain extent, where it's like, and maybe I'm less.
No, you do it.
But I try not to be annoying. Like, if I could tell, like, just pull back, just be quiet now. Like, it's awkward if I don't talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway, it seemed like TJ was. Like he's a super smart guy, and then is constantly in tune with where things are going, and is bored easily. I get like
Oh, he's back. No, okay. Hey, it's Seth Petrozelli, everybody.
Like bored by the regular and want something. I don't know. Like
now,
that's why.
I'm not saying I'm anywhere near like T.J. Miller, but there is a characteristic that he has that he was talking about the entire interview that I have, and it is that getting bored of shit. Like you would know when I get bored of shit, and you're just like, no, just give him the thing, and I'm like, I can't do that. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I don't want
the new thing.
I want the new thing.
Anyway, let's take a break.
Say hi to everybody.
I didn't have to rush. Fuck.
Well, I was waiting.
Hold on.
I was actually waiting until you got here so we could take a break, then come in the next segment.
Yeah. You look good. For a super stressed out guy. You look good.
A little bit of weight back on.
No, you look good, man. You look good. All right.
No, weight back on. Good.
Oh, is that good? A good.
Yeah,
weight.
Yes.
I've lost weight, like a shit ton. Well, and I have my cane.
I see. And the beard too. It's getting long. And
I'm not cutting my hair anymore.
Oh, okay. That's a good look.
Yeah, I'm letting it go.
I like it. It's like my dad.
Wait till Tom sees me on Sunday for his son's birthday celebration. I'm going full cowboy outfit.
Nice. Before we're going to break, and this is obviously not my main motivation, but there is a small percentage of me that only works out all the time so that one day if Seth, let's say, God forbid this happens.
He starts to go crazy?
No, let's just say, he gets
the CTE kicks in?
He gets a divorce. Goes through some rough time. Actually, that would have caused you to work out. Let's just say he gets complacent.
If he gets a divorce, he'll be mega rich.
I wouldn't care. Would
you do it?
I would start.
Okay. Let's just say, you start drinking some beers every once in a while more than normal. He lets himself go, and then I
want him ripped with just a big beer belly, the same way you are now, but just a huge belly.
I will immediately jump on the tee and then try to shred. I'll get dehydrated as hell just for the small moment of time that I can bring him in and be more ripped than he is.
Okay. All right.
Just to bully him.
But I'd still choke you out there.
It doesn't matter. But how sad would you be if I had a better six pack?
He'd pee on the floor and choke you out.
It would bother you to the end until you die.
It would bother.
It would definitely.
Yeah. That's my bullying is a tiny motivation of me working out. Just bullying Seth. Just a hope that one. I don't think it'll happen, but if he ever lets himself go, I'll start to see it, and then immediately.
And the only way it doesn't work.
I'll start taking steroids.
The only way it doesn't work is if Seth can turn off the I don't care switch, and I don't think he can.
No.
You have
that's why I know.
If you can switch it off, then it doesn't. But I don't think you can. You have too much anxiety. Yeah. You're more like me.
Way too much fear.
Very good to see you. We will get right back to Seth. Brand new music from a punk rock band. I don't even know if you can call them that anymore, that I know everybody loves. And we had this before I think anybody has it. This is brand new music from Turnstile. The name of the song is Seeing Stars. This is like really fun, mellow punk rock. I don't even know what you call it anymore, but I love Turnstile. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, a weird edition, right after this. Do you happen to know what's going on with the Fed? I don't. It's ever-changing all the time. Purchasing a house and finding that percentage rate is paramount.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. You know who does? Streamline Mortgage Solutions.
Yeah, Brian Zymel, streamlineflorida.com. That's their website. On their website, you'll see a Tom and Dan logo. Click on that logo. Then there's Brian Zymel's phone number. Text him or call him anytime. And he talked to me the other day, and he was like, if anybody bought a house in the past couple years, it could be good to refi soon. And I'll,
nice.
Obviously, if they went through me, I'll call them and let them know. But if they didn't go through me, still call me, and I'll let them know when the best time to refi, so they don't even have to keep track of anything. I'll tell them, like, now you'll save this if you refi now, because the interest rates are about to go down or are down now. Or,
it's like setting
does
an
it for
alarm.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's like Andrea and I did this with something very similar where we couldn't refi because we were carrying a certain level of insurance on our home that he was like, well, we need to get rid of this before you can do this. And Brian knows his stuff. He'll help you out. This stuff can be complicated, and he makes it easy.
Yeah, and do what the best business for your own life is, and let Brian Zymel do the work. He's the expert. He's helped out a lot of our listeners. He's been with us for a long time.
Yeah.
It's streamlineflorida.com.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Seth Petrozelli's here.
Hey, good to see you.
I don't mean to laugh. I don't know why I
know why you laugh, because you like misfortune. Because you like everyone else being fucking.
No, not everybody. Just certain people.
Have you ever noticed that anytime I tell him something? Here, watch this guy. Watch this guy.
Okay.
Watch this guy's face. I'll give you an easy one. I wrote this down on my paper. You told me to write this down. Maisie bullying me. So Maisie says to me this morning, she goes, "Hey, you look great, Daddy." She goes, "I'm glad that you're exercising again because your posture's better." I go, "Oh, wow, thanks, baby." I go, "Wow, that's a lot to recognize." She goes, "You're not as short when you're not hooked over like an old man. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Lit up like the fucking
You're
Santa
not as
Claus.
hooked because you're not bent over like an old man.
Hooked like Mr. Burns.
Hooked like a little old man, Mr. Burns. Yeah.
Little hook guy.
She's like, I'm glad you're working it. I'm glad you're working out again, Daddy. Oh, wow. He loves when any of the people he considers, quote, friends, I'll use that loose because I believe he told me one time that friends are for only for children.
No.
Did you not tell me that?
No, I just said, who's your best friend? With the best friend?
Friends are only for
third
children,
grade?
this man. And he loves that you are suffering.
I know.
He loves
I know.
it.
No, I don't love it. I'm just fucking with
do.
them. I like fucking with my friends. It's my love language, giving people shit. I was just talking to the BDM page yesterday. It's, people are like, I'm just giving you shit, Tom. I'm like, keep giving it to me. I give
Justin,
you shit.
you hurt Justin's
Yeah,
feelings.
no, but
Yeah,
that's-
you really hurt his feelings.
But that is because that means you're friends if you can
that's
give
like
them
a
shit.
really, really close friend.
Yeah,
No, that's
Like me and just like a couple people
Yeah,
can do.
I mean, I know.
We're not that close.
I've known you for since the Kimbo
Well,
days.
yes.
How many times?
Name the baby. Name the baby.
Huh?
Name the baby.
No.
I'm serious? You don't know her name?
Yeah. I do.
Name the baby.
Motherfucker.
With confidence. Name the baby with confidence.
No. I
One,
know.
2, 3.
No.
It's honestly the only reason I know his kid's name is because I did karate for a couple years. But before that,
Before that,
I don't know, Tom.
it's Vera, Tom. Vera.
I know it's
Yeah.
Vera, but I didn't know the actual legal name of
And
it.
he's so
Vera,
dumb.
Vera, Nix,
And he's so
Yoshiko,
dumb.
Yeah.
You know one of his kids is named his name. It's like a George Foreman. And dumb people name their kids their same name.
Well, because it's easy. George, all the Georges.
I had separate
George, all the Georges is the name of the show.
Hey, he knew. Foreman knew. It doesn't confuse
Foreman knew.
anybody. Call it Vera
What?
Shamishoki.
Fiora Shabby Show.
Verona.
Who can remember that?
Veruca Salt.
I'm crying now. We've over-recorded ourselves and we're only in the second segment.
Sorry, Seth.
What's going on with the house? Where are we at?
No, I want to talk about the accident.
What do you mean, what accident?
Yeah, Seth just told me right before we got here. He's like, I also got in an accident.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know how much I could say because I do have a lawyer.
Our buddy
I got
EJ has
T-boned.
a story we can't tell either, but we'll get to that.
You got T-bone?
Yeah, I got T-boned. Got into the gym and driving speed limit on Mills, north on Mills, and then she didn't stop the stop sign and right where Vera would have been sitting, which thank God she wasn't there. I was alone in Tracy's BMW and smashed me.
Yeah.
So,
God, dude, I'm glad you're okay.
Not feeling too good.
Yeah.
did you call Mo?
No.
No!
Moa, I'm not. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, this is where they just like, I called Mo and Mo said, you're right. Idiot.
Mo pawned me off on another guy that didn't do anything for me for my damn thing. I got,
I'll put an extra Mo in it. That'll fix it. That'll fix it. I put a Mo in
I
it.
did whatever.
Hey, listen, when you're okay, let's talk real talk. Everyone's
Hold on. There we're good.
when I've noticed this in my life, when someone has problems with lots
Of things, it's them. They're the problem. Yeah. You're talking about yourself, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, no shit. Now I'm talking about Seth.
I don't have lots of problems with anybody, ever.
Every sponsor, they're like, this guy wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
I go, you're the only one.
Do I
You have
need
problems
to,
with
do I need to
everyone.
bring up the fountain? Do I
Goddamn
need to bring up the
sponsor.
Is he still,
fountain?
is he
You're
still
like-
sponsored?
No.
They
Oh,
wouldn't
thank
put
God.
my-
Yeah, shit, man.
Oh, no. Well, that's all of it. You haven't.
Went empty. Two days of water. 2 days of water. Empty. Well, it'll last you a few weeks, about a month. 2 days water gone.
This is my favorite.
You're the problem.
This
You're
is
the
my-
orb.
No, people just lie and say and want to say things that make you happy and not
no.
the truth.
This is the
No, it can't be
strangest
all of
People
Friday.
feed you a bunch of bullshit because they think you're somebody, and then they stick you in the ass. That's what happens.
No, you just want this. You want them to give you the free
I do
shit
want any free
and
shit.
fucking roll the
No
red
for sure.
carpet.
No for sure.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm willing to
I'm
pay.
you.
I'm willing to pay for something that's good and decent and quality work. I will pay. I don't give a fuck, but I want it done right, and I don't want to be lied to. And I'm lied to all
You
the
know,
time.
I like it when people say that, though. My dad used to say that. My dad was like, look, I'll pay top dollar if you do it right.
Yeah.
But even as a young boy, I would look at my dad and be like, yeah, but you're an idiot and you don't know what this guy's doing, so how do you know if it's done right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All I know.
Well, I knew because of
No, seriously, as a young boy, my dad would be like, this plumber better goddamn do it right. I'm like, Dad, you're a salesman. You've never plumbed anything in your life.
Okay.
So how do you even know?
All I know is that
Hold on.
there's been people in my life
We're good.
where before I recommend anybody, I think to myself, this is going to be a problem. And guess what? I'm right every time. Every time. Hey, do you know a guy? Yes, I do. Here's the
stop
and,
giving
then,
them out.
and then I think
You got
this is
fucking
going to
guys robbing my house. This big tile.
This is going to be a problem.
This comes back
That's
to
not
me.
a problem for anybody else.
Stealing drugs out of my cabinets.
Wait, our tile guy stole drugs?
This has been a conversation a few times. Yes.
I didn't know.
Xanax.
Hold on.
My Xanax. I had a
Talk about it.
Panic
Talk
attack.
about it.
Panic attack 2 days later. Oh, where's my Xanax? Oh, gone. Because
Oh my God.
Fucking
So wait a
Ted
minute.
Henry
So
stole my
are you
Xanax.
telling me
that was a guy of a guy.
So
that
a
wasn't
man,
a sponsor.
So a man that
There
had
was a
hog-
medium.
He had a hog in his pants and it'll make your pussy dance.
No, not him.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
stop. It was just this was not even a sponsor. It was like a
Is this
wasn't
one,
a
okay, hold on. This is one of your
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
paid pill handyman?
yeah. I told him you like
You've been sharing them? I told you not to
Never
do
let
that.
him in your bathroom. I told you.
And a lot of people think that this is all fake shit. I knew the listeners were like, oh,
I let
this
the guy
is all-
sleep on my floor. He's like, oh, we're not going to get it done today. He's like, can I sleep here and just do tomorrow?
because he's on fentanyl. He has to sleep on the floor. He's falling asleep making a veggie trio.
Look at that guy doing that. One guy doesn't want to do the work. One guy lying to me about how long things take. One guy pawning me off on other guys.
Yeah.
Everybody sucks.
Okay,
My
I'll-
dojo's the only good business.
I
around.
told Tom to never mix his pain pill fucking fentanyl army with any of our friends, and now you're mixing it. Now you got and then
No,
this
it's
is-
all of it. Yeah. Then you know what it is? I figured it out. It's because Seth, you have these super complicated things.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
The one
okay,
was like,
whatever.
hey, I need you to build a water heater in my chimney.
That's not what it was. It's literally there.
I don't know.
Take the one water heater out, put another water heater in.
yeah.
Fingo Bango, done. Like, what the fuck?
Bingo, man.
Bingo Bango.
I like Fingo.
Yeah, I like Fingo too because I was gonna finger him. Like I fingered him.
That's the new name of the show. Bingo.
And it says like, oh, your guy pawned me off at another guy. But then,
I wanted to put a water heater in my chimney, and your guy pawned me off, and
No,
so
that
did
guy-
Mo.
you're asking
You
for
motherfucker.
He
Shit
strung
that
me
they don't-
along for a year and be like, okay, then here's somebody else. that
Yeah,
doesn't-
yeah, yeah.
I can't do it. And then the other guy says he
Your
can't
pain
do it.
pill guy sleeping on my
Yeah.
tile right now. He's supposed to be putting my water heater in the chimney, you motherfucker.
Then I realized, I was like, oh, the only reason Seth got to me in the, hey, do you know a guy?
I'm never asking you again.
is because
Is Man Groomer
shit.
still good with you
you'll
guys?
ask me. They'll all be back.
You guys still good? Man? Oh, really? Because they're good. Man Groomer? You guys still doing the Man Groomer?
Manscaped?
Manscaped.
No, they're the only one that
man
quit.
group.
They're the only one that quit.
They quit. That's the only
They quit
sponsor
us.
we've ever lost.
That's the only one you
Well, come
like.
back. I like you guys. Man. Fuck you.
Hold on, the only
Tom
one.
likes you
Every
too.
day they're great.
Because this guy's picking his pubes
Hold on.
more than ever.
The only one you like is the one that stopped advertising.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why they did.
And they're
I use their
nationwide.
Come to me. I'll fucking
Manscaped, you get that shit at Target. We don't even. I fuck Manscaped.
All right. Never mind.
This is a Chinese garbage.
It is Chinese garbage.
Now we'll never get it back.
This is the strangest Friday we've had in a minute.
You guys just did that.
I'm here for this. You
I
know
was
what?
trying to get them back for you.
Do you think
I'm
that I
joking.
would be like out of sorts? I am not. I'm very much enjoying this.
Because of the awkwardness
I
of
love
the
how crazy.
chaos.
This is all fucking crazy. I love this.
So back to selling your house, Seth.
Yeah.
Before we ruin all
Watch
our
this.
business.
Watch this. What's his baby's name?
Vera. I knew it was
Yeah,
Vera.
he did
I
it.
was
He
thinking
did it.
of
Theron? Or you said
Elon.
Theo Vaughn. You named your baby Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, why not? He's great.
I was trying to think of the whole actual legal name. That's what I thought you were asking.
Oh, the whole name.
Yeah,
what was the whole name that you were coming
No,
up
it was
with? Yeah.
impossible to pronounce.
Oh, okay.
Asscat Bagagot or something.
Going back to trying to sell your house. How long's it been?
I'm not going to answer that because you already know.
I've never seen you guys fight like this before.
How long's it been on the market?
I'm expecting you guys to full on 69 in the next break.
Weird.
It's all right. Prices dropped and.
So
and it's
where are
wrong.
we at with the lake house? Are we getting there?
Yeah.
Because the listeners want to know.
I saw you with a bulldozer. Seth rented a Bobcat.
a
Excavator,
chat room.
excavator.
I think it was Conway J or somebody that knows you or
Yeah,
somebody
I saw him. I was out there
He
chilling
said
in
he
my
saw your
dilapidated-
house and he said it looks like a goddamn disaster. The one that's being, seriously, the one that's being like fixed. He says
Yeah.
it is tore the fuck up. Is that true?
Yeah, because I told him to come drive by. I was out in the beach area because that's the only area you can stand because everything else has nails and, and asbestos and fucking rats falling
You'll get there. You'll get
So
there.
I'm on the beach just hanging with the family, and I told him to come by, and I didn't realize how it looked from the lake. I turn around, and it's just mounds of dirt because we dug up the whole retaining wall that like, blocks the beach from
You're
that.
really doing some work. It's going to be great, dude. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
So the inside is just still totally gutted. The electric is all done. Plumbing is 99% done.
Nice.
It's all gutted. Framing's all up.
Japanese toilets?
Next stance. No, that's not going to be the end. That's the end. That's the last finishing touches.
Gotcha.
Drywall's next. Installation and new AC's next.
Yeah,
So
see,
that's
these things
really-
take time.
That
I
sounds
think
expensive.
this hip thing has really helped me with like waiting on things because when they broke my femur, it put me 6 to 8 weeks back over a regular hip replacement. So regardless of how I did, I'm already 6 weeks
Back. Right.
And just knowing that has really kind of reframed things. So now I am a little bit better in hearing that. You just got to keep looking at like, well, I'm going to be pain free, or I'm going to have my beach, or I'm going to have my house.
But that's very hard
You
for me
know,
to see.
because you're on the beach.
Because every time I see like, okay, I'm gaining some traction, I just get fucking sledgehammered right back down.
Yeah. There's not that much time left, actually. You know, if you really think about it.
I think about that too. Trust
It's a
me.
good thing that we
Yeah,
pressured you to have a child. Can you
You
imagine?
didn't press me. I've always.
I
should have got rid of the first 4.
I would claim that this show we would bully you about having a kid. Like if we had not bullied you.
So this is pushing it back more because me and Tracy talked about it. When we got a contract in the house, we were going to try for a second one, but this is pushing it back. It would have been 6 months ago. Now it's pushed back.
You got to do it now.
So, real quick.
Push it.
Seth has obviously been trying to sell his house for a long, long time.
Okay, you've said that. Yeah,
Exactly. Don't put that out there.
He's reiterating this.
The house is
again.
amazing, by the way.
Yeah. And maybe if you would have used
Just
Bargain
nobody can
Crystal,
afford it.
we could have sold it a lot. The price seems like the price was set wrong
That's true.
at the beginning.
At the beginning,
You know who's a price wizard? Barbarian is a price wizard.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it really wasn't, and then one house kind of knocked everybody back down, and I'm below where I'm at now, where I need to be at now. So
The chat room is
that's where you
asking-
want
for
to
6 months, I wasted.
Potential buyer in the chat room says, "Is this the flood house?"
The basement is. I had put $20,000 into renovating the basement that flooded into a whole freaking system. They tore up the whole sides. Put
Is
a whole
it a
drain
basement
system.
or is it just a system now? Like, can I still use it?
Oh
as
no,
a
you can use it
basement?
as. And you can put a man cave down there. It won't.
Oh, okay.
It has a triple pump system. If the power goes out, it'll still
That's
pump
awesome.
water for freaking days
Hell yeah.
and days.
look like a spooky mildew basement to me.
It was. You should see it now. It literally you can eat off the floor in there. It's like amazing. The whole
I don't
walls
eat
are
off
done.
of floors.
Well, if you want to,
So
But I
it's
would.
totally done. You can do anything
I
down
would
there.
do it.
this has nothing to do with Seth and not selling his house. It has to do with the reason Seth couldn't get here on time was because he's like, I have to clean my house for the potential buyer that's coming to look and
Yes.
look through my house. So I got to clean it. Sure. And you're bitching about cleaning it a bunch of times every time someone wants to
Every
come over.
fucking time. Yeah. And open houses. Yes.
And I understand the idea of it. You want the person to be impressed and be like, oh, but it's ridiculous that you have to clean the house the person's like. That's not going to be your shit. What does it matter?
Well, I think like, no, but you're not like me and Seth, and
Nothing will
I
be
can
in
put
here.
myself in his shoes in
Who
that.
cares if it's dirty?
Yeah, I understand that, but for those of us that still believe in something, we believe that maybe just a little extra edge might help the they walk in and it's presented the way that I want it to be presented, so I'm more comfortable with it.
Of course. And listen,
But what you're saying is probably right.
and Barton Crystal would say, you clean, make your house look, nice.
But
So-
to what degree? I get what you're saying. Look, I get it.
I'm mad at the buyer.
Even if somebody offered to do that for me, I want everything how I want, like perfect. And I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
if I'm not doing it, it's not done right.
Are you there when they're walking around?
No.
Okay.
But who
As soon
cares?
as they come up, I dip out the back.
If there's laundry everywhere and there's toys and shit, who gives a fuck? When you were looking to buy a house, you're looking at the.
Not when you're looking at a $1 point whatever $1 million house.
Yeah, but-
I want to like. I don't want anybody's stuff in there to make them.
I mean,
That was
I
my
get
problem
what
at
you're
first.
saying.
That was my problem at first. I had all my decor up. I had all my stuff up, and it was just too much for people. I had the
That's not what a
Japanese
winner
waves in the
says.
back. I painted over the Japanese waves. I had my whole house painted again. All the waves are
Oh
gone.
no, the waves are gone.
Everything's gone.
I like the waves.
But I had to do it, so it was like good for normal, average people that want it. Only a few people would like something like that.
Yeah.
So
What about the turtles? How are they?
They're good. People ask
are
if they
you-
come with the house, and I'm like, fucking take them. But
You're giving your turtles
Tracy's
away?
like, no, we're taking
No,
the
no,
turtles.
no, no, no. You have to overrule Tracy on this one. We got to get that house
You
fucking
have a
sold,
lake of
dude.
turtles.
And you know I
It's a
love
joke.
animals.
No,
You
it's a
know
joke.
I love
Me
animals.
too. That's why I was like, look,
But take them.
your cats are free game, your dog is free game, the turtles are free game. The only
mean-
thing that's not is my dog, Rocky.
Well, how much is
Rocky's off limits. I got it. Yeah, we're on the same page.
You're willing to give your beloved turtles away to strangers just on the whim of, I want your
He has a
turtle.
baby now.
Just on the whim of
Do you remember what happened to Lena? Do you remember what happened to Lena?
Do I remember? Yeah. She got
Like,
addicted
no,
to
when the
pills.
baby came along.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Although,
You know what I mean? You know, Mr. Green ain't as cool anymore when you got
right.
Vera. You know, I mean,
But
No, I
she
know.
does like going to feed the turtles. Every morning she walks out, she knows where to get the turtle food. She runs over to the turtle pond and like taps on the bottle. She's
oh,
like,
now you got to bring them with you. Come on. You didn't tell me that part. You didn't tell me you're
I'll get
giving
some
away.
new turtles. I'll get another fountain company to make myself a nice fountain.
Oh, God, we'd start all over again. Hold on, I got it.
Hey,
Here
listen,
we go. We're mixed in.
and by the way, I go back and talk to every single one of these people, and they tell me that no, they're like, oh man, there's a pain in the ass to deal with.
They're like, this guy was screaming. They're
guy's
like, I thought I was
nothing but
gonna.
nice
I
the whole
almost
time.
thought about calling the police, but
he wanted a water heater on the chimney. We can't do that. He's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah, it's there working perfect. I don't know what's wrong. Perfect, amazing, brand new water heater that I put in the new listing. New water heater. Paid somebody else for it.
Hey, it's just here's what I know though: when one person has the same problem
Yeah.
over and over,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I got
that's
a
odd.
curse. That's what it is.
Well, that's what I joke around about. Is like, oh,
First
you're
time
the
off.
fucking problem. You're causing your life disasters.
So based on that comment, and that was an excellent comment, you're saying that Tom is exactly like you with his orb, although he has created an orb to
Yeah,
take
and
on the persona of the problems that he creates himself.
Yeah, and then I'm saying Seth is the problem with all these businesses.
Correct. Yeah. I see what you guys are doing. Two wizards. We got two wizards battling.
Yeah. But he can't recognize
That
it.
would be one thing if my normal life was a fucking disaster, but it's not. So
He said your normal life's a disaster. Hold on, let me fix it.
We're
good.
No. I know your normal life. You got the the routine, the working out, the karate dojo, your family.
my
and stuff.
life, everything. Just because people are not in order, they bring their craziness to me, and it doesn't vibe with my whatever.
Type A.
Yeah.
I would say like
Yeah,
type A, right?
I guess.
Very
Yeah.
driven, very,
I don't know.
focused.
I just want things done right. That's
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you.
When the guy's screaming, they're all crazy. I'm not crazy.
You said
Yeah,
I just
that-
want things done right.
that.
But you do realize that the guy you're talking to, because he did say something very telling. He said, I just want things done right. The man you're talking to has never cared about anything being done right.
Yeah, no.
You don't. You don't.
the-
When it comes to like you, if you have one of your pain pill handyman doing something for you, there is no such thing as it being done 100% perfect. That's not a thing for you.
Well, then why is Seth looking for a hookup at all times? Like
Because he's cheap like you and my wife.
I'm not looking for a hookup.
You can't get a hookup and have things done. But also the other stuff.
See,
It wasn't even a hookup.
See,
That
I'm
was-
the non-crazy one. I pay the most, and if I don't get it done right, I yell because I paid the most. That makes sense to me because I paid the most.
Yeah. Well,
So of course I get to yell when you did it wrong.
you could have got 98% for 20%
See, I know you
less.
like that.
You see what I'm saying? It's all
He's a
percent.
98%er.
Anyway, let's move subjects.
They're getting touchy over here. My
So,
God.
how's the dojo going?
Dojo's going great. We got a test coming up in a couple weeks, so I'm trying to get on top of every 3 months, do all the testing sheets. I got to send it to my Shihan, my sensei. Then he approves everything, and
When do you get to be a Shihan?
that's a title given to you after I think it's like sixth. I don't know the exact belt. I'll be testing for my 5th degree black belt in a few years. I think it's the one after that, possibly. I could possibly, but
When do you get to talk
But there's
like-
only a few Shihan. There's my Shihan will have to pass away for me to be a Shihan.
Can you fight him to kill him early to become the Shihan?
Yeah, that'd be like one of the things of like.
I wasn't
A
being
really good friend
disrespectful
kill-
when I meant that.
No,
Like,
no, no.
I
Could
meant
you
like,
think of-
could
I'm
you
trying to
beat
think of a
him?
movie that would be like, boy, he's just old. He's like 67 years old.
Yeah, but he's a Shihan.
Yeah, he'd probably give me a good fucking some smacks for sure. Like,
Yeah,
he'll definitely
yeah.
hit me.
But
I'll
you
probably-
break him in half.
I'll probably take him. Yeah, I'm way bigger than him.
Yeah. You're a bigger dude. Yeah, I've
I'll
seen the
take him.
photos. I've seen the photos of you guys standing together.
Yeah.
It's actually, of all the things that Seth does, It's very beautiful. It's really cool. I wouldn't make fun of it if I were anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. Like, I very much like, oh, yeah, he'll make fun of anything.
He's making fun of his kids as they're doing it.
Look at him. Look at his face. He's laughing right now.
You're punching a ghost.
Now I know why your kids didn't stick to it.
Oh, man.
I'm sure they were dying to go to a train where a place where their dad was just making fun of them constantly.
Hold on. We started off on the wrong foot here. I haven't seen you in a while. I was excited that Seth is coming in.
This is going poorly.
I thought this is how you liked it.
We had TJ Miller for a whole show. Seth comes in, you guys start fighting.
Yeah.
I
It's been
loved
a weird day today.
Awesome. I love it.
But I thought Seth didn't like for this is a true story. We're telling the truth.
No, what is happening?
What?
The last couple times Seth came in, I thought I was like, maybe this is how I think. Like I don't want to make someone or ask someone to do something they don't want to do. Like just like
you thought he's done with us?
I just thought he was like I'm not really interested in doing the show anymore. Like
No, I want to. It's just a pain in the ass with my schedule.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Well, that's right. And then I was like, well, maybe he doesn't want to do
punching a ghost maybe has a little something to do with it. Or
But I always feel better when I come in here after I'm done. I'm always like, okay. I mean, I feel a little worse
it's
from
like
you.
taking a big shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like taking a big, humongous, mega shit. Like your grandma taking a big shit and you kick the door open. You're like, get off the potty, grandma.
You son of a bitch, you.
Because I never know, because if I ask, hey, do you want to come back on the show? Then I thought it would be awkward for him to be like, not really.
He's being real. I'll be real too.
Would you ever say that?
Listeners are worried about you. The last 3 times you've been in here, listeners say you're sad.
They should be.
Yeah. Really?
No, I mean, I'm good.
Because we're not that type of show, but if you want to talk some shit out, we can talk some shit out. But the listeners are like...
everything will be solved.
A couple people are asking, like, hey, where's he been? Does he, is he all right? And
I appreciate that. The rest of them are just laughing at me behind my back.
well, that's...
Hope he's dead.
Very small amount of people, man.
That's right.
I started booking you less because I thought I was worried that you're like, I'm not interested in doing that.
You know what? You're just as emotional as I am, but it's all in your brain, and you never share it on your body. You'll never see it on his body. But there's emotions up there.
Is it? Well, it's not
I think that's an you picked up on something from him, and you started doing the math up here, and you didn't want to put him out there. That's nothing but emotions.
Well,
so nobody can say you're unemotional.
I mean, it could be. I just didn't want an awkward scenario where I'm inviting him on the show and he's doing it because he's like, they need me to do the show or they want me to do it. I don't want to say no. So then I'm going to do it.
Chat room. This is from DeBerry.
Would you tell me?
DeBerry Joe said, I just got Seth just got vulnerable for a second. He is not okay. See, they do care about you. They do. They really do. Robert is one of our gay listeners. Like, you wouldn't guess that he's the big Seth fan, but he is. He said definitely missed him.
I'm the gayest of you two. Like I'm the.
You are the gayest of us two.
God,
of us three. I'm just saying. Like you wouldn't Most of my gay friends are very tough though. Very very tough.
Well, I'm tough too.
Not as tough as my gay friends. They're tougher. They're very tough.
So would you tell me if you wanted to not do the show anymore? Or you'd be like, not interested. You could just tell me you're busy. But other people have.
Jana Banana said she did not want to do our show anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
she's
too
busy.
busy.
Oh. That's all. Like it's not because of us. Like I should have probably framed that differently. Yeah. She told us.
It was like no big deal.
Jason wrote us, and I don't think I've said this, but Jason wrote us and said like, hey. We like doing it. We like you guys. Thank you for giving us a platform when we needed a little more help. Mm-hmm. But now, when we don't need it, we are all in on what we're doing, and we're killing it. And to have to stop what we're doing and then zoom in for you guys for 20 minutes is kind of, it's not good. We would like to stop.
No, I even said in the past that I wanted to come in more, and you're like, we can only take so much, Seth. That's what you said to me.
Wow! Oh God damn!
Well, actually, it wasn't
I'm just reiterating.
You said the
hold
listeners.
On, I'll fix it. There we go.
Oh yeah. I mean, because some people, it's polarizing, but that's what you want in a character. Some people hate you, some people like you. You don't want to be liked by everybody. And then sometimes being hated.
I mean, deep down, I do because I think that's my subconscious of being picked on as a little kid. I'm like, I want to be. not picked on. I want to be liked.
Yeah, but the people
And I try.
but you don't change your behavior based on, you won't say something you don't believe.
I will. I'll do anything. I'll suck a person's dick to get them to like me. Yeah.
Well,
I want you to like me, so I'll suck your dick.
But when you say the truth or how you feel or you're real, you're never going to have everybody like you.
True,
and there are people that will only their personality is for people to like them, and then it's fake and no one likes that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like where you're just pretending to be whoever is, just so people around you like you. You're never going to say anything controversial. You'll just morph into whatever political.
I don't do that all the time, but I do some just small talk here and there. If somebody says something I don't agree with, I was just like, oh yeah, I would do that. Like,
yeah.
But in big things.
But if somebody started talking about trans people playing women's sports, you'd weigh in. I'm fucking around, man. This is what I do. I never do anything serious. I'm saying you.
I'll tell you how I feel about
100%.
that.
No,
I'm fine telling you how I feel about that.
No, I am too. I am too, and I have a very traditional outlook on that.
Yes,
I do. I very much do.
TJ Miller's back.
I fixed it. It's all fixed.
If you lose that fucking client, we will fight. And it'll be an easy fight for you.
But then we'll have to do it at Miss Tom and Dad, and then it'll be a whole thing. And then how am I going to find Grumpy to play? I got you. Yeah.
Let's talk about the hippo toys.
I got two toys for his kids.
So she likes the craziest. She plays with the craziest. She's gonna love these for sure.
Yeah, I bought those at Target, and I'm like, these are fantastic. This is for your daughter. One for you, one for your daughter, and you could do puppetry.
She likes when I get hurt. Like if I go ow and act like I'm puking, or if I get my hand caught and I'm like she laughs her ass off.
That's a daughter thing.
So I guess. Because I like that too. When my dad was getting hurt, I left my ass off.
No, dude, daddies are. Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
daddies
awesome.
are king. We're
so
king.
I can pretend it's like eating me. And
you're gonna have so much fun with these things, dude. Like I literally am getting little bits right here because I don't know if my wife is in there, but I love having. I have so little to do, and I'm the hero. Like, all I have to do is put my foot on my daughter's stomach and move it back and forth and rattle her boobies back and forth. And she'll be like, you're the best, Dad.
Yeah. Well, I do my little toes.
And by the way, 9:12 every morning, right here at T&D Studios, I get a text from my daughter at 9:12 every morning because she's taking a shit at school. And then she texts me, I love you. And then I text back, having a good poop? And she's like, yep.
She poops at school?
Oh, yeah. Like a truck driver. Yeah. She's tough. She's very tough.
I never did that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we poop together. Sometimes, I'm in there at 9:12 pooping. She's at school at 9:12 pooping, and we have a poop text.
She sits on my lap as I poop all the time. She won't let me go. Like, literally, I have a picture of the other day of her sitting in my lap as I'm taking a
That's fun.
I don't think I've ever pooped at school one time in my entire life. I have no recollection.
But you
of that.
poop here all the time.
Yeah, I'm 43 goddamn years old. It's that or shit my pants. Back to the hippos. So, an interesting, speaking of people liking you, thing happened where, everybody knows about Hippogate. That's why.
That's why I bought the hippo.
And then it's been a long time working, getting people to like you again after that.
No, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was one wrestling match, fucking done.
It wasn't like it was.
I let some.
I think we think it was a thing. It wasn't that big of a deal, I think, But because I say we're shit.
There wasn't that.
But then, after you had the baby, and then now we talk a lot about Daddy Seth. I've gotten some emails. They're like, I liked Hippo Seth.
Yeah.
He got soft, and he doesn't.
Well, I won't let my daughter be a hippo.
Hey,
there you go.
That's what we wanted to hear.
Still daughter.
Yeah, you know what they like? You know what the peak of? And maybe this is. I don't want to get a punch from you. Russian ass eating. That was the peak.
Russian.
There's the peak.
Yeah.
I said
Everybody
what I
has a
said.
peak.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
I said what I said. And Russian ass eating is when everybody, like when we were talking about, like what the Eiffel Tower or something. Or
probably I was there. That's when I was Russian ass eating.
Russian
in
ass
Paris.
eating. Yeah, in Paris.
You know what's funny is that TJ Miller, before he left, before we started the Friday Free Show, he's like, you have a guest coming? I'm like, yeah, but he's coming in 40 minutes late, so we got some time. But he was like,
this guy naturally bullies you.
he
He didn't even mean to do that. He was trying to figure out a way to say it
Accidental
positive.
bully.
I was trying to you
It's
can't.
called truth bullying. I love it. It's the best bullying. Anyway, he's like, "Oh, who is it?" I'm like, "Oh, you remember the guy that beat Kimbo Slice?" He's like, "Oh yeah, the pink hair guy."
He
He did say that.
Oh, that's cool.
He
He's
did
my
say that.
age. He's
100%.
So he
remembered
knows
you.
who I
He
am.
100% knows who you are.
That's a flex.
But then.
is.
But it was like, he didn't know your name or anything.
Yeah, well,
He did
well,
pink hair guy. Pink hair guy.
All I have to say is, remember the guy with pink hair? That's me. He's like, oh.
So that's kind of like
He would've liked that.
social media fame. And before social media,
Yeah, unfortunately.
where it's like if you remember the incident and you remember, the guy punched Kimbo Slice. I remember that. You definitely remember Kimbo Slice, but they don't remember who it was. So
Right.
So there's essentially now there's value to Seth. Because it's cool to have, a celebrity or anybody else.
You should buy pinkhairguy.com.
People around the world know who you are, but
it's a little late for that.
They don't know your name or anything. They just know of the incident.
But that might be good.
So you just say now featuring the guy who pink hair guy who knocked. It don't say my name. Just say the guy pink hair guy who.
But it's also but social media has turned into this where it's like, the stretchy guy from TikTok, like
Backpack Kid.
Yeah, backpack. So you know of.
Remember Backpack Kid?
I don't.
So
know.
there's a guy that does stretches on TikTok or whatever. Like I don't even follow him, but he shows up on my my feed. And then all these people that show up on your feed, and you know of them, but you don't know them really. There's no engagement, but they have hundreds of thousands of followers and like
maybe I can do something
millions.
like that. I can just go around just fake knocking people out. I put a pink wig on.
No.
Just go on.
No.
There's no value to it. You see what I'm saying? That's the odd
No,
part.
what
bring
it's
it back.
explaining is we have some friends that have a variation of this where you have hundreds of thousands of people that know your look. If I described you, Big Tim might be one of them where I'm like, hey, the red-haired guy that bounces in California that wears overalls that looks like a lion? Oh yeah, I know that guy. But you don't. But it's not.
There's no value to the fame. It's weird.
Yeah, he has 250,000 people following his TikTok.
Obviously, there's not. I don't get any
And
hookups.
people
from the
know
show.
exactly who it is, but they don't. But it's a nothing.
Yeah, and that's an odd thing.
It's not a nothing. I'm not being negative.
It's better than a not even knowing the
Correct.
person at all.
I'm not saying it's
Right?
a nothing, but it's just like if you went to what can you do with it?
Yeah,
that's how I would frame it. Like, what can I do with it?
I can get wasted and be like, you know who I am? I'm the guy who knocked out Kimbo Slice. Let me into this bar, goddammit. I don't need to wait in a line.
Have you ever done that?
Oh, man.
That's why people like the honest answer,
Back in
right?
because
that's an
not
honest
recently.
answer.
This was like 2009.
No, of course
10.
not. Of course
9,
not.
10. When I was GHB.
Let me ask you a kid question that's related to that. How are you going to handle how you did stuff? Like, how do you handle the censorship of, your UFC years? You were known for being you and Tom were known for being crazy.
Yeah.
This kind of falls in the category of the
You think
Drunky
that'll
the
still be
Bear.
around by then?
Well, the memory of it will be. It's different for Tom because with his boys, I feel like he wants to load up the videos and show them Drunky the Bear. I'm not making jokes. I think it's cool that he got to do that. My daughter is I've shown her videos of me singing with the Monsters. I am very proud to show her me performing since she is a performer. I showed her a video of me in front of I don't know, thousands of people when I had the pyro penis and it's spraying everything. It's not appropriate. But I thought showing her me performing is cool, right? In front of a bunch of people, that's neat. How do you handle
There's
it?
nothing bad on the.
Are you going to show her when she gets older?
On the world wide web of me, I don't think that I can't show her. There's a few
Like
risque
a ball gag. You in a ball gag.
No, it wasn't a ball gag. It was just a Halloween costume.
Yeah. Are you going to tell her about it, though?
I was in a Halloween costume, dressing like.
No,
an
but
idiot.
you'll show her all about the
I'll
fighting
show
and
her. When she
everything,
gets older. I'll show her all that. I don't know what age.
I think that's
haven't really
cool.
thought about that yet, though. Like what age I would open that up.
You
to.
know what?
I don't know.
I need to pay Melissa
It'll show you almost.
to start making TikTok clips or reels of all the horrible things Seth has said on the show. So those live in infamy and then she'll see that in the future.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's a sick and twisted thing. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. It's a great idea. Yeah, I'm all for it.
Because I have that. And I want to curse it, you to get the curse. Because my niece, Daisy, has TikTok.
Oh no, has it wandered into her algorithm?
And she, tells my sons like, "Oh, I see your dad on TikTok." I'm like,
Your
"Oh,
dad was
shit."
sucking a dick on TikTok.
and I'm like, "Oh God, never thought that." Because
I saw your dad one time. He had kiss makeup on. He was washing some Hummers with a boner.
I've always felt safe behind. My sons are never going to go back and listen to 2-hour podcasts from fucking 25 years ago of their old man. They can't even stand me telling them advice now.
I mean, I don't know. Now, if I knew my dad was like getting old, he's passing away, and I knew he did radio back in the day, I would literally have a night or an hour every night and listen to every single thing. I would now because I'm getting more like into family stuff.
My daughter is so Andrea that when I played a little bit of our show for her, and I said the F word, I said fuck, and she's like, I can't listen to that.
Really?
Yeah, like that's my daughter is
nice.
like my wife. She does not like curse words, and she's like, "Well, I'm not. That's filth. I'm not. That's not for me.
That's good.
Oh,
I'm not doing it." Now she knows
cursing.
that I curse. She knows I curse in front of her actively now. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I curse all the time. She just doesn't choose to participate, and she does think that I am a lower level human being because I talk like that.
Good
I can
on
see
her.
it. I can see it in her eyes.
I can't see myself censoring myself either with curse words. I grew up in a fuck shit cock balls household, and it
Yeah, my
It's gonna be the same
dad.
thing. I can't break that generational
My
curse.
dad was curse crazy.
It's gonna be hard.
My dad was curse crazy, and I am too. But my daughter, and it's funny because I don't tell her to be like this. I don't say you can do whatever you want.
That's
But
genetic. You're born that way.
Yeah, she just chooses because. And my wife, when I met her, did not curse the way she curses now. I probably have a little bit to do with that. But Andrea was not actively and not a nerd. It's just like it's not.
She doesn't wanna do it,
It's
yeah.
not how she
Your
talks.
boys do
It's
it?
just not how she do.
Oh,
how
yeah.
she does
Oh
it.
really?
Tommy wanted. They sell a pillow at Spencer's Gifts. It says "fuck you" on it.
Oh, I want that.
And you asked for that for
Yeah, that's on my Amazon wish list.
his 11th birthday is next week, and then he's like, "I want a fuck you pillow." And then I'm not
I like that. I like
But
that.
Are you getting it for him? Uncle Seth will get it for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, or Uncle Dan, or we'll go in on it.
Okay.
Get him the set. There's one that says lick and pussy.
Yeah.
Get him that one.
But actually, it's really fuck you for not going back to karate. So it's, like this is a real Uncle Seth said this.
you wanna talk about
I
that?
still use it. I'm like, if you don't get good grades, you're back to karate. No, right, it still works.
Good. I'm here for something.
Should we take a little break?
Yes, we do. Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, I'm not sure what we'll talk about.
I mean, we got emails, we got voicemails. I mean, we've literally been recording for 9 hours straight, it feels like. So, I mean, whatever. We'll do something fun. The name of the band, let's ease into a weekend with something awesome. This is the Slackers. This is My Last Star. It's just really nice, relaxing, beautiful reggae. Enjoy this. We'll be back with more of Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after you listen to these beautiful island jams.
Daylight. Look how smart you are. Daylight.
Do you want a great dinner or lunch experience that's beyond just great food and a good atmosphere?
Perfect word was experience.
Yeah.
It's Hollerbox. It's the German restaurant in Sanford. We've been talking about it for years. We're super proud to be working with them.
Yeah.
And Hollerbox is a family restaurant that is a destination. It is entertainment. It is food at the highest quality.
Yeah.
Drinks, the desserts. If you've never been, mark your calendar and go now.
Their head chef, Chef Pat,
Love
that
him.
we have on the show, he's been there 20 years. And with that much experience, you're getting the most authentic German cuisine that you could have.
Yeah.
And it's right here in our backyard. Plus, they have German music, live German music
The
playing.
entertainment is so fun, man.
Yeah. Shotsky, people are ziggy, zaggy.
Yeah.
It's an experience when you go. Plus, what's really good for anybody who has kids, they have a great kids menu.
Yep.
Like, obviously, you can have delicious German cuisine.
Well, kids are picky, though. Maybe
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't want that.
Yeah. So then you're like, oh, my kids, they're not going to like that. You're like, no. Hollabox, they know. Chef Pat knows. They have mac
Boom,
and cheese,
grilled cheese. There you go.
grilled cheese
There you go.
sandwich.
You're good to go.
With some gummy bear infused goldfish.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, your kids will love it. Plus, you get some delicious German beers. They've got their tapas style German cuisine Uber Keller.
Tom Van's favorite,
Upstairs.
the Ice Vine, which is a pork
Oh, yeah.
shank on top of these beautiful mashed potatoes. I mean, like, it's such a good and fun place. It's the Disney World of German food.
Yep, and they also have the market and outfitters
Yep.
if you're looking for any clothes, traditional German outfits.
Yeah, special events. They do special and private parties upstairs. They do private nights.
The Knight's Table.
Knight's
yeah.
Table, which is like a private chef curated night. It's insane.
If you're looking for a good birthday idea, just rent the Knight's Table. Get the Chef Pat to cook the three-course meal. They'd have a giant Knight's Table birthday extravaganza.
Not to mention all the stuff that they do within the streets of Sanford, whether it be like our sofa races or all the events that we do.
Yeah.
We're just really proud to be working with Hollabox. So we would ask you, as our friends, to go and like experience it. Check it out. Tell us what you think.
Yep, it's Hollabox German Restaurant in downtown Sanford.
Echo Astral is the name of the band. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. I've been listening in on Seth's conversation.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
And his house showing did not go well.
Poo-poo Cinco. Oh, man. A lot of like, what do you mean? A lot of like, well, what did you do that, you idiot? Yeah, a lot of that.
And what did he like about it?
Yeah. Like, what the hell? Like,
I painted over the waves.
Yeah, he's like, I like the fucking waves. Anyway, we're the nicest friends, right? We are. I think we're the nicest friends.
No, but, you fuck with your friends.
You do fuck with your friends. I do feel. Instantly I feel more bad than you because I'm just so much more triggery. I'm more sensitive now. You know what I blame? Dance.
No, right, what about
I
it?
feel everything now. Oh my God! Like I watch my daughter dance, I just start crying. I gotta hide. I can't even watch her in public now. I can't.
What are you crying about? She's been dancing for years.
No, I love it. I love it. So I'm so invested in it now. I'm such a part of it that, like, if she decided to stop dancing, I'll fucking get mad at her.
Well, it's like how happy could Tom Brady's dad be after his seventh Super Bowl?
super happy.
But not as happy as the first one.
I bet very happy. I will tell you something
but
honestly.
it
My
gets
father,
doled down.
My dad, after every Miss Monster, had a boner.
Like, I imagine the accomplishments, you just get so used to them that you're not as bursting with pride and joy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's getting worse. Yeah, it is. Because she's getting better. I think she's getting better and older. And you'll know this one. Every time she gets a little better and a little older, she detaches herself from me. And she doesn't need me to tell her to practice. She doesn't need me to, like, when she comes to me and asks me for advice, she's not asking me as much. She's asking other dancers that are, like, older and have better answers than her fucking dumb dad who does a fart and cock podcast.
No, she already leave. Yeah, that's why I kept my kids babies.
I'm starting to think you did it right. But I know you'll understand that. Like, every time I see her get better, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. No, I'm already indoctrinating them to. I'm like, you could live here forever.
I tried. I fucked
and
it
then
all
we
up.
want to. I'm like,
you know what?
right.
Honestly, if we're just gonna do real talk, and I'm having my second beer, she is very much like her grandma, who is very much like her mother, and Vicky is Andrea's mom.
No, independent as I am.
And Vicky can do anything with nobody around. Like, the most capable human beings I've ever met in my life are my wife and her mom.
Yeah.
But especially her mom. Her mom is her mom is like one of the most capable humans I've ever met. So, there you go.
Yeah.
I got that. So,
super independent. Yeah.
Doesn't really help much when you want to, I want like a puppy.
Yeah. Well, you get Dan's beat.
Yeah. That's all I got. You want to do
voice?
voicemails, emails? Sorry, I got serious there.
Yeah.
Let's jump into these.
I'm losing my voice here.
Yeah, that's fine. We've been recording all day. We'll make this short. It'll be a quick one. This one's interesting. This is from Randy, our buddy Sharton Randy.
All right.
He says, good morning. Back in 2010, 2011, Brad Meltzer had a show on the History Channel called Decoded. Now, Brad is going to be at
The Book Fest, May 17th.
Thank you.
At the library downtown, Orange County Library System.
Yeah, and so I forgot about this. Yes, indeed. I think I even said to you, I was like, I think he did something. He did a show on History Channel called Decoded. Episode 9 centered around secret societies. The guest expert turned out to be pre-crazy Alex Jones. Randy wants us to ask him. I'd love to hear, if you could possibly ask him about the show. He was a big fan, and what it was like working with Alex at a time where it was, or what it was like to witness his evolution. Because I guess they worked together for quite a while.
Yeah.
Provided there was an evolution and that he wasn't batshit crazy the entire time. Have a great one, Randy. That's a great question, Randy.
Alex Jones
He's an actor.
He is the ultimate 90s radio show host
Yes.
to me.
It's all fake to me.
Where I think, and I've seen these like throughout my career where, even when I met, not Man, it was a Mancow from Chicago.
Yeah, you used to talk to him every night, didn't you?
No, I met him once.
Mancow
He
Mueller.
you were
texting him like every night for a while.
I was on a group text with like 17
Mancow
other...
Mueller and a bunch of other shock jocks and Drunky the Bear.
I don't know, because he was friends with Dice Man, so he get anyway.
Do you still have his number?
I don't know.
Dude,
I do.
You should text him. You should just get it going again.
But the point being is that right when he walked in the room and started talking, I was like, oh, radio host. And it's a type of personality, and it's hard. It's like Danny Bonaducci has this, and a lot of radio show hosts have this. They're all not the same, but it's like you're doing, and I think a lot of entertainers have this, where whatever you're doing for entertainment and attention because it's better for business, or like not even business, but it's better for your.
I think I do this a lot.
Your cause.
I'm open to. As an entertainer, when people come to me, I'm less likely to be combative. I'm very open to whatever you're bringing me, and I want it to bounce off of me. I'm very bouncy.
Yeah. But you also don't create controversy because it creates media attention. No. You don't like that. Because the controversy rubs you, like, you shy away from it.
Well, if it's legitimate and we need to do it, yeah, I'll do it. But if it's, like, I like to be funny and light.
Yes, yeah, and you'll do a joke that's controversial, but you're not going to say an opinion or take a stance just because
right.
It's kind of like trolling, audio trolling, right? You may not even believe it, but so essentially, I have no idea because I never followed it or whatever. Obviously, I know about the Sandy Hook thing and all the lawsuits and stuff just from seeing it, but it's like and then he got super stinking rich off like a certain demographic, afraid about he's selling oils and survival
kits.
Though.
Like I'm not in no way defending him or saying I'm a fan, but I do think he's intelligent enough to know that these type of people and the things he were talking about were fearful type of. You can create a business based on that.
Yeah,
yes.
And then I think he got it, just like radio show hosts get into stunts, and then all of a sudden your two listeners are fucking in a church, and then you get kicked off the. Like you just keep upping the ante until you go too far.
Bad, right now, 2025, not that bad.
Yeah. I don't think that would even get you kicked off.
People fuck in a church all the time now.
But so you start getting into conspiracy theories, and then I was like, oh, I'm getting more and more famous, and then from the conspiracy theories. This audience, they love survival kits. I'll sell them oils and shit. And then you start getting stinking rich. And then when you get that rich, you do feel untouchable, right? And you're like, I could say anything. I could shoot a man in the streets. But because everybody's like, yeah, like all. And then you got your audience that is all fucking egging you on and shit. Yeah. And then you get to something like Sandy Hook, and you're like, I'm just gonna do the same shit I've been doing.
Yeah.
And then you do that, and the entire world's like, nah, too far.
Yeah.
And then you get into these huge lawsuits, and then guess who juries are going to side with? The families of Sandy Hook.
Sometimes I
elementary school kids that got murdered.
Sometimes I think it's like so simple, right? Like with most jokes, most movies, most anything, most video games, anything you do, you can get away with almost anything, right? What happens when you interject children getting hurt?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's like we knew
He thought he was untouchable.
We kind of knew the playbook, right? Like there's a reason that for years now they kind of do it now, and I'm kind of anti it because I'm an old school 48-year-old man. But they don't really show kids getting killed in movies. It's only recently, and I would blame Walking Dead for this because zombie kids don't count. And I think that once they opened that, then I think Hollywood was like, okay, now we can start to kill kids. But I really blame. I've thought about this. I've laid in bed thinking about this because, like, for years, you would never think about a young person being. It's usually an established older character gets killed. If a kid gets killed, it's always off screen. Almost always.
Yeah. The first episode.
Watch that. That's all. Me and Tracy shut a movie off because of that.
Yeah, New Dad. Yeah, of course. But my point is that now, and I do blame Walking Dead. It started with them, and now they're like, oh, okay, it's open now. Now we can do it. Because there have been movies now where they're like, oh, okay, we're okay with it, and they'll do like a variation of it or something.
Isn't that?
But
new
I still
one?
think it's weird.
That Terrifier, the new one, the Terrifier. Not new, but there's a new one of the Terrifiers out. There's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
It's like supposed to be like a gruesome.
Yeah, the
horror
Christmas one where he kills the kids.
Does he? But it's off camera. That's why I searched because I was going to watch it. And I
believe it is off camera, but Terrifier I would put in a different. I'm so glad you brought that up. Good, man, this guy comes right off a phone call. He's on brand.
I know what I'm talking about.
Terrifier is interesting because I think they respect cinema so much and are so over the top that they did it off screen because that would be what you wouldn't expect. And it's also more of an homage to old Hollywood.
I gotcha.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, the Terrifier thing is weird.
I never watched them though.
Can't watch them. Can't watch them. They're too gory. They
like
cut
that.
people's. It's real bad. What were you talking about?
Phone call didn't sound good.
Yeah, it didn't sound bad. That sounded real bad.
It wasn't good. It wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
sorry.
The guy's
You wanna
just-
go through it?
He was just, he was just a eccentric multi-millionaire from Sweden that he started right off the bat by saying, "You don't have to show me everything. If I want to see it, I will see it. If I want to buy it, I will buy it." Is what my realtor said.
The Swedes are very direct.
He's like, okay.
Yeah.
So obviously he's trying to show him everything, but he liked the house.
If I want to ask questions, I will. If I do not, I will say as is.
I feel like this is a perfect opportunity if I was a con man when I go to Sweden in June to find this guy and somehow work in like, oh, I met you in Orlando, and then start trying to because how else would you know what I'm saying? Like these sorts of situations happen. It's like oh, there's this house that you're buying in Orlando. And then he's like, oh, and then that's how you get in.
Yeah.
They're like, how do you?
I mean, I got his full name. I'll give it to you.
I got it.
Swindle him on us.
Tom's anti-doxing now. You want to do a couple emails, voicemails, and get out of here?
Yeah.
All right.
Change your clock, by the way, guys.
Yeah, it's all screwed up. Howdy, Dan, Tom, and special guest if hanging around. I was wondering if y'all ever did take illness precautions when going out into a big crowded event. Did you ever carry your own mini hand sanitizer or eat some food with extra vitamin C in advance of a big event? Not sure if doing any of those things really helps in the long run or if it's destiny when you just get sick in a big crowded event. Immune systems don't fail me now. Clay. Sounds like Clay's going to a big event, and he wants to know if we...
Wear a mask.
I mean, I think we can guess Tom's answer on this. We know.
Well, I did think about it at a BDM event. The next week or the next weekend, I was going to this New York trip, and then I was like, that would suck if I get sick because this has happened before. Usually, when I get super drunk, it just lowers your immune system.
Naturally
enough.
lowers. Yeah.
But then it's all random. Nothing, and then it's like, just like everything seems like you could do a big event and then get sick because, randomly your neighbor coughed on you while talking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And so
I haven't gotten
in my
sick
experience, it's all random.
Like knock on wood, but I feel like it's been a minute.
Really? I was just sick. I was worried because I was like, I'm going to be that person that gets sick now around my kid all the time because she was a little bit nasally and I was sick for like a month. Not where I was walking around doing stuff, but I was just congested.
I was very sick when I was a new dad.
Oh.
Because the baby, does she go to daycare or anything?
No, that's just station. I don't know.
Yeah, but like regardless, I kind of felt like I know I was extremely sick when May was little because of daycare. I know that it was coming in the house all the time.
Yeah.
But and then people say like, oh, when that boosted your immune system. I'm like, I don't know that.
Well, that's why babies get sick. It helps their immune system
Right.
all the time. It's like they put their hands in their mouths.
No, but I mean, like
it's so
me
hard to
now,
see.
like people are like, well, that period like made you tougher, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know that.
Well, I think it ebbs and flows at all times, and so, but during COVID, I know that we did an event at Johnny's when we thought COVID was like, oh, they came out with the vaccine, and then all of a sudden it rocketed back, and then we were like, we're too far along to cancel this, and then we did the event and
Release the bikini girls.
and then of course talked to lots of people and whatever, and didn't get, and then a guest came in, and that's when I first got COVID. Sat here and I talked to him, and then he texted us after. He's like, I feel bad. And then that's where I must have got it. So it's like, okay, did a giant event, one guest, like I just all random, it's like, and then so it, and I feel awkward too and I never wanted to do events where we're all in masks. Because it's hard to talk to someone in a mask.
Yeah.
Like back then, I was like, it's not really.
We taught for a full year. It was so hard, man.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah.
karate and MMA with masks on, it was.
Yeah. It's
I
really,
did though because I was freaked out. I was like, nope, keep them on. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
But
That
now
must have been weird for you too. Also being like somebody that like is a little more like, fuck these masks, but at the same time you're hypochondriac.
No, I wasn't like that. I've never been like that.
Well, no, but I
always
mean, like,
respected
but you do
people
like
and-
freedom, is what I mean. Like, you're not like a big like you have to fucking do this shit. I mean, like, I
Yeah.
dare people to somebody fucking tell you that.
Yeah.
You're gonna be choked out. That's weird. Yeah, because like it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
He
I
likes.
can't even remember it.
I respected the Japanese culture. When I was over there way before COVID hit, and every other
that's
person with a
true.
mask was like, oh, that's nice of them. They don't want to get people sick. Why don't we do that? So
No, that's true. I didn't
when it
think
came
about
around,
that.
I was like, yeah, that's good. It should be part of our culture. I mean, whether or not it worked or not for COVID, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But I know regular colds and stuff, if you have a good mask, it's going to help protect a little bit. So, I mean, fuck.
I don't know about that.
I mean, yeah,
I was surprised I didn't see more masks in New York City last weekend. It seemed to be, and obviously a small sample size of where I was at, but about the same concentration of masks I see here
Like
or at
Disney.
the theme parks, where it's like one or two people in the subway. I thought it would be way more just because of their experience with COVID in the city and how fucking packed it is. But like even walking in Times Square, you see a couple people here and there, but it's not.
And I always stay away from those people. Anybody that's like walking public, I'm like, oh, you must be sick. I walk on the total opposite end of the store for that person.
Ghost of a New Bull is reminding me of something. He called it. Let me go back in the chat. He called it Hot Tub and Mini Fridges Delta Variant Extravaganza featuring Mike Busey. We did, okay, you can get mad, or like, don't get mad at me, but we did kind of go like, let's make it a hot tub and mini fridge because like, like if people die from this, it's way easier to say it was them.
We made that joke, but obviously
It's truth and jest. Truth and jest. You want to distance yourself from these people that wanted to, everything wide open. Let's do a couple voicemails. We'll get out of here.
Okay, all right.
It's been a weird day. This one's interesting because as much as it's silly and stupid, it might be real.
Tom, you do a fair amount of towing with your truck, pulling a rented RV, pulling a boat. Do you grease the ball on your trailer hitch? Thank you.
I think everyone knows the answer, but it is an interesting thing to think about.
But no one greases the ball on their trailer. That's
didn't know that was a
not a thing. I know people are going to be. That is exactly the thing.
They love.
I've been a trucker, whatever the fuck.
I done it 70 boys.
I've been in the towing industry, blah, blah, blah. Everybody, we grease our ball every 6 months. No one does that shit in reality. Fucking, what does that do?
Yeah, what does it do?
I can understand you're greasing bearings because they'll literally
It would
melt.
be purely cosmetic, and this is coming from the guy that likes purely cosmetic. Like I like keeping, like
I think it'll get more crap all over
No, but
it.
hold on. Just hear what I'm saying here. I am the type of person, because I'm flawed and weird, that if I bought a brand new ball from like Tractor Supply, put it on my truck, and pulled in to pull my trailer, and then it's so shiny and perfect that putting the trailer that I put on it and driving and doing my business and then getting home and then looking at it, I will be slightly disappointed that it's not as shiny as it was. I understand that that's insane.
Yeah.
I get it. And Tom knows that I get right. I know that. But I am that type of person. So I kind of understand that there are going to be these weirdos out there. They're going to try to tell you that you would grease it. But I am here to tell you, as a weirdo that understands I'm weird, it would be purely cosmetic.
I take that out when I'm not towing. I take mine out and put a vanity one in. I put it has a little it says Tyrannosaurus Rex. So when I'm not towing, I put that in.
Okay, that's not
worse
as
than
bad as
greasing.
me.
No,
I think that's not as bad as
Yeah.
me, but that's like it's not as bad as somebody mad that the shiny ball has now a scratch on it, but it's still pretty bad.
It's not bad. You'd rather have something nice looking than just a ball sitting there. Right?
Does it light up?
No, it's just a black
Ever thought
Tyrannosaurus
about getting
Rex.
the light up ones? I got the light up ones. You plug it into your.
I'm past the light up stuff in my cars. I used to.
Okay.
I
Who's
used to have
it?
on the
Hey, you're growing up.
I'm growing up
You're
when it
growing
goes
up.
Who's it for?
train horn. I want that though back again.
You want your train horn?
Yeah, I do want that because it was so much fun.
Who's the Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Me, it gets me happy looking at a Tyrannosaurus Rex as I walk to my car. Okay?
Oh,
Me,
He
my
doesn't
fucking small little bit of
He
happiness
doesn't
that I
understand
deserve,
small happiness.
that I deserve in my life.
Why does it make you happy?
Because the car is called the fucking TRX, and I want a TRX Tyrannosaurus on the back end. It's cool.
I know. It drives you crazy. Let it go. Let it go.
It actually completes.
Does it look cool?
It's like a draw. It's like a finished model, and you leave one spot open and not done. I don't know. I feel like it
Fit
completes.
and finish. I get.
Fit and finish.
That
There
I
you go,
get.
fit
I
and
will
finish.
fist bump you. That I get. Like, yeah, it's like the difference in the interior of my Tesla and the interior of my BMW. When I had a Beamer, like everything was just like stitched together so like nicely that there's a satisfaction from the way I'm looking at everything.
And that's what it is.
It's satisfaction.
Hold on.
Satisfying to have everything in its place and look.
No, but he's putting a novelty toy.
Novelty to you.
That's not toy.
Novelty to you.
Yeah,
Toy to you.
the stitching in your upholstery in a BMW. That's a factory design. Some
Well,
artist
he's covering a hole. He's covering a rusted
But with a
hole with
toy.
a nice cover.
a toy dinosaur. Dinosaur.
I'm a dinosaur.
I would get a
I'm a
dinosaur.
dinosaur.
I would put a dinosaur.
But so-
if you make one of those, I will put that on there. Give me a dinosaur.
Common dinosaur.
So like your daughter would be like, "Hey, toy," like make her. I can understand.
And I like that. That's why I like
Oh,
that.
no.
Yeah, no, but you did this. You admitted that you did this to make yourself happy.
Well, yeah, and the kids too.
No. No, you never even. Because that I would have accepted. Like I
told you my
makes
Hellcat
my
was-
daughter.
I told you the Hellcat was painted like that because I do like when the kids go,
Yeah.
oh, it was made me happy.
No,
Well, the blood splatter, like blood.
I drove that thing around and I was super embarrassed by everybody around me. They were all looking like, what a douchebag. I'm like, that's not my car. I was like, no, this is a friend.
Tracy was so mad when I sold it.
Let's do one
That's
more.
why I love her because she.
Let's just do one more. This one's from the historian. I don't understand it. It was some voicemail about a 35-year-old man dating an 18-year-old or something here.
Hey, Tom again. Quick question for you guys. I feel like we glossed over pretty quickly here the fact that 35-year-old man was dating an 18-year-old.
What's he talking about?
This happened in an interview. I know what he's talking about, and I can't remember which interview, but there was a point in the interview where like the person was like, I was 35.
The person was like, I'm a pedophile.
And they were 18. No, 18. There's a whole industry barely legal. 18.
Oh, no,
like, that's
believe
a
me,
thing.
I understand. But,
Yeah. But no, he mentioned, he's like, she was 18. I was 35.
He continues.
Girl. Like, that man was a senior in high school, and he was being born. I think that's questionable behavior. I'd like to call it out and see what you guys think.
Was it Pat Boone?
If I had an 18-year-old daughter, a 35-year-old man was dating her, I'd run that man over. in my car easily. All right.
I'd run that man over with my car. Who were we talking to?
I forgot who, but listen, historian, we're not going to. I'm not.
You want me to stop the interview and be like, "Excuse me, sir, I'm Dan Dennis, and I have a daughter."
I'm the farthest away from a social justice warrior of any or whatever. Like
I can't even say that. I can't believe you did.
I'm not going to stop the interview and be like, "What'd you say?" I'm going to now bring attention. There's like I don't know the first. There's
I don't do a lot of that.
18-year-olds are legal to date. You are an adult in the eyes of the country. So not
the fact she's still in high school is a little weird, but
yes, it's weird.
That's weird.
But you know what? Comment on brand. Comment on brand.
Yeah, and then
right.
Also, that's up to the
but you like them young. So
but I was 40 and she was 21.
No,
so
I understand.
You're 21, bigger of a
21. It was, but 21 is at least.
You're karate Drake.
21's
you're karate Drake.
21 was the bare minimum.
Started at the bottom. Hi, yeah. Okay, that's you.
I can't believe I didn't even think to ask. What do you think about this? I
thought of it. That's why I played it.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I figured.
Dating.
My wife's 7 years.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, my wife's 7 years difference.
Yeah, my wife's older. How did I get that?
What are you doing?
This guy. Well, I fucked up.
This guy doesn't know what a draw 4 card is.
Well, no shit. And now I'm looking at Belichick and you motherfuckers, and I'm like, I didn't know that was even possible. This motherfucker could do. How is he doing it?
You know what? I've been rethinking that. You and I were disagreeing this morning on Belichick, and I'm rethinking it now. Now I have come up with an idea based on what you were saying about what if he decided to just get blowjobs and have her run the football program. Like, what if he doesn't care?
That's awesome.
What if he wants to give her more power because he's just like, I don't care. I've never had blowjobs.
That's nice. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it is a good idea.
Tracy, all the power
and it's
at the
college
blowjob.
football, so for me, it's like, who cares?
It's not the blowjobs. Blowjobs from an old grandma and blowjobs from a 24-year-old in the dark. Not that different.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Not that different.
Let's go to somebody that knows.
Yeah, yes, definitely. For sure. Oh, I don't know. I never had an older.
It's a mouth.
What's the oldest blowjob you've had?
29. I never dated anybody over 30.
You know what? That's a badass answer.
Yeah, it's
the oldest blowjob I've ever had is 62 years old.
The other part of
and it was a rough go.
Anyway,
it was a man.
Tracy's got 3 more years.
Get her on out of here.
She knows.
Yeah. Does she become the nanny, and then you bring in a new wife? That way, the baby you can have a family unit.
Yeah, we got a good nanny. We got a good babysitter. She's awesome.
Oh, you got a nanny now?
Not a nanny, but she comes 3 times a week to help out. Because when we're at the dojo.
Oh, right on.
She watches Vera at the dojo.
Very cool.
When are you going to Vera to work at the dojo? That's
that's like a real Chinese restaurant. You're going to do it like a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, she's already sitting she can sit at the desk pretty good. And
will she do her homework in the corner? She has to do her homework in the corner of the dojo while you and Tracy are teaching, just like a regular, awesome, badass Chinese restaurant. Because eventually she's taking her role. She's taking on Tracy's role, right?
Right, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then Tracy goes to do something greater.
Higher.
Something greater, yes.
And I go do something lower, like sit on the couch or paddleboard. or swim in the lake. Yeah,
you want the ladies just to run a lady
dojo. Yeah.
That's actually not a bad
idea. A lojo. Yeah, that'd be awesome. It could be they could do a ladies only dojo.
Now feels like a perfect time to tell both of you, and I don't know if you saw the news story from a couple of weeks ago, but I've been holding it until Seth came in, that the original, and you can Google it, the creator of Lululemon, he made it the name Lululemon because he knows Asians can't say L's.
Oh, yeah, the L's. Yeah,
and everything in Asia, if it's got an L, seems to garner the attention of Asian women because they feel like it's more difficult. It's a certain style, cultural thing, and it's very Western. So they're addicted to their Lululemon. No, I'm dead serious. Don't look it up. It's a real story. Like the guy is on, like he is in interviews saying, "Yeah, I definitely made that."
Is it gigantic in Asia?
Yeah. It's gigantic everywhere, but it's a legitimate. Like he legitimately named his business that because he knew that it would be like disruptive within the Asian culture.
Huh. That's weird. You just target the Asian culture when it, I guess.
Yeah. It's like rap snacks.
Well,
What's that?
A billion.
You never had
Chinese-
rap snacks? Oh, God. Rap snacks are only the best potato chips known to man. Should we get out of here?
Well, that's why.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, all right,
Seth, karateoforlando.com is your website.
Yes, we got the tiny tigers from 3 years old to 5 years old, and then the kid cobras from 6 to 11 or 12, depending. And then we got our adult program, which is the adult program is going strong.
I think you should get in that.
It's, I've made a lot of jokes.
Power, baby. You need to get in there.
Dude, now I just think they're trolling everybody now. You see it's getting really ridiculous.
Yeah.
now.
Have you seen the Ooze Power, baby? Do you follow Point Fighter?
No.
It's getting
I know you.
The
and
belts
Seth-
are dragging on the ground.
Yeah. Now they're rolling in sand and they have their
Yeah,
shirts
they're
off
on
and
the beach.
their fat titties are bouncing. It's awesome.
It's ridiculous.
It's like fat men, like covered in tattoos, but they're like fat 6-year-old men in like just gi pants, and they'll roll through the sand, and their titties are all sandy, and then they're doing those like little half-ass punches.
There's boards that are like this thin on the ground. They just stomp on the sand and cracks open. And there's like balloons that they kick. They're like supposed to be pads, but they're balloons. They just kick them.
Yeah, and then when they're done, the guy's like, "Ooze power, baby! This is what we're doing. We're fucking people up." And I know you and I are the only two people watching it in bed late at night.
I watch all that, and it scrolls out, and I get mad, and then I scroll past them. Like, you fucking assholes, man. It makes me really upset. Disrespecting our stuff.
Speaking of geese, can you make a Florida gi? I remember putting the geese on Tommy back to the last, but they're all stained.
What do you mean by Florida gi?
Yeah, because they're all thick, hot.
Those are good. That's a good gi.
Oh,
I give away good gi.
Like a lighter gi.
Boys the Men River Runs Dry. He has his sons out there with no underwear on and some linen pants.
They make the Kumite ones that are like really light and flimsy and like super. They feel like nothing on your body, like silk feeling.
Or wear their silk outfits.
Sell those?
You want the snap? You want the ones that are thick that sound power, but that sound like power.
I want the black uniform that's silk with the white buttons down the like.
No,
so
that's
I
a
look
kung fu uniform.
So I look like a
Kung
kung fu
fu,
houseboy. Yeah, I want a highly racist kung fu houseboy.
It's all the same.
You know,
right?
I used to wear that all the time. Like when I was like
You did?
12, 13, that was my outfit out of the house.
That's
was
stolen valor, son.
You
You
wore
can't
that
do
to
that.
school?
Kung fu.
That's stolen valor.
Yes. I was
you
that into
can't do that. It's a little Italian.
Oh, it's funny.
You can't do
I was
that.
fine. I was so into it. Everyone was cool with it. I literally walked around. I remember being in Publix, whatever it was, going with shopping with my mom in my kung fu uniform. I was absolutely insane.
Oh, you went to the middle school like that?
Yeah. I was like, I
You
told you I was
wore
a
the
nerd.
Bruce Lee outfit to
Yes.
middle. That's no
Yes.
wonder.
Your dad let you go.
Yeah, I think he was happy I was into something like that. I don't know what I was doing.
Hold on.
I wasn't doing drugs.
Hey, I say London, I say France.
Like if Tommy and Max stuck with karate and they were like, and like Tommy's like, I want to wear my
I'm wearing my kung fu outfit. I'm Bruce Lee, motherfucker.
kung fu silk
Silk with the
pajamas.
white, and they're the little,
they're
they're the
nuts.
long buttons.
No, it's a circle hoop, and then there's
Yeah.
a knot that you're hooking.
And then you
No,
put the
I'm gonna-
long buttons through.
Yeah, I would say you can't. They're all gonna laugh at you, Adam Sandler. You can't
It's
be. You be
worse.
the weirdo in school.
It's-
Don't be the weirdo.
It's
I was cool.
It's worse.
That's not cool.
It's
That's
worse than a
100%.
white kid dressing like a rapper. It's
I had,
worse.
in my locker, I had fucking kwando. I had broadswords. I had kwandos. I had all my kung fu weapons were in my locker.
That makes you extra
In high school
weird.
and middle school.
That makes you weird
And
as
then
fuck.
everyone was cool with me having them and carrying them around. Like I could literally put it in my back and like carry them around. And
Carrying around a samurai sword,
Yeah.
dressed like an Asian.
Yes. Yes.
This happened in the 90s, and they're like, nah, let this nerd do whatever he
This
wants.
was like 92 to 94.
They didn't know Felix. They're like, we think he's gay.
Yeah, but they let you carry around a sword in middle school?
A sword with a little tassel on the end of it and everything.
Was
Okay,
it
you know
sharp?
what?
Like
As
a
much
real,
as I
It,
would have
it
laughed
would
at
cut.
that.
It wasn't like as sharp as sword, but it wasn't like dull. It was
Pretty
cut,
badass
yeah.
they let you do that.
Yeah,
What's
I
cool?
don't know. I was at St. Michael's Middle School and then
Shout out.
and then Bishop Verot High School. Both
Shout
of them.
out. Shout out.
I was a
Saint
freshman
and
in high school
Bishop.
doing it, and I was in middle school doing it.
Yeah. Do you have a teacher you want to shout out? Go ahead and give him a shout out.
They let you bring
They
weapons?
wouldn't let me show my Japanese video I brought in because it was a religious a Christian school.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to show this to the history class. This is about Japan and what I do. I love karate. He watched it. He came to me. He's like, we cannot show this. He's like, they talk about committing ritual suicide, and we do not believe in that here. I was like, I got so fucking mad. I was like,
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
with my sword.
good thing my sword's right behind me.
You know what? If I had a gun right now, I'd shoot this fucking school up. But I got a sword. Call a bar.
God damn. different
All the
time.
teachers were cool.
You know what? This is therapy for you. You come here and you sit on the couch and you like tell these old memories, these crazy shit you did.
And for sure, it's the 90s. Some kids are making fun of the kid dressed in a goddamn karate
No, but I
pajamas.
I hate to play
I
the
was one of the
sword.
popular kids, so I
playing-
was cool.
I'm playing the part of Tom Van Dam.
They knew who I was. Yes, I was.
I
cannot.
cannot
You're
get-
Ask my friends.
I will play the part of you here. I can't get over that he carried a sword through school.
Ask my friends. Rupert thinks I'm cool.
No, his name was Tony. Tony Stewart was my best friend in middle school.
Tony Stewart, the race car driver that murdered somebody?
No.
Killed somebody in the track.
The other Tony Stewart.
Oh, the other.
All right,
Well, on that note.
get the hell
Oh,
out
and
of
by
here.
the way, the next time I come in, we could talk about. I didn't want to bring this up because it would have been the whole episode. I found. Did I ever tell you the story about my dad?
Okay, we're
my
good.
dad not knowing who his real father was. My grandpa didn't. It was my really wasn't my biological grandfather. Did I tell you about all this? No. A little bit.
The one, the construction company grandpa?
Yes,
Okay.
he wasn't my real grandpa.
I
Like, we
wouldn't-
found that out like
think
years
maybe-
ago.
I think we may have talked
Yeah.
about the. Yeah, you found that.
I found my real family. Like I'm talking to them on Instagram now. Like I just
shit.
found out about them. Like I were just 2 days ago.
And it's Andy Dick.
My,
What a weird. I don't know. It's what I can think of.
yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna. I have a phone conversation like scheduled to like over the weekend to talk to him and like.
Oh, wear your gi. He'll love that.
Well, they see my Instagram. My broadsword.
So your real grandfather you found?
Yeah, well, he's passed away, but his family, like all his son, my dad's half brothers, my cousins. Yeah. Yeah.
This is cool.
They're all in New York.
I
still.
mean, my wife is into this. My wife is currently talking to her family in Poland, and they send her pictures
No, really.
and stuff. And like Andrew's like, look at this, look at this. He's like, oh, this is so cool. Do you want to talk to him? I'm like, I don't care.
Oh, see, I'm like really into it.
You know how I am. You know how I am. I mean, like, I don't care.
Are they anything like you?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him yet. I just saw a couple of things on Instagram.
Can they sell their houses?
Are you gonna have a meeting with them before the next time you come in, and we'll talk about
Well,
it?
yeah, sure. I was going to have a phone conversation with them. See how they are.
Chat room is saying that's very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Very cool.
It's
Yeah.
basically meeting a stranger.
I just like to see.
That has your DNA.
It's for me. I want to know like health stuff. Like,
I know.
whoever-
Selfish. That's Tom Van. He wants a favor.
They're like, Grandpa died of cancer.
Yeah.
He did.
No,
I
most
already-
horrible.
I already know that.
Most horrible, violent, shitting blood ass cancer.
First sign, couldn't sell his house. That's how we knew. All right, let's
His
get
house
out
was
of
on the sale for 1 year. He died.
Yeah, couldn't get along with any company.
I'm getting along with all the people that I hire. Fine.
He wanted his hot water heater in his chimney.
Everybody working on my new house. Me and them are like
And the
pals.
fountain. And he died.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. God damn it, we've been
All right,
recording too long.
guys. We'll see you on
Yeah,
Monday.
Monday's
Bye.
video
All right,
show. All right.
Later.
Wait a minute, I can't publish that. It's mediocre.